Kill everything we come across. So you get more experience.
Yeah, if you kill...
Felix is probably a lot of experience.
Yeah, you kill Felix, you'll get a lot of experience points.
Thankfully, he is safely now. How many miles away?
Hopefully he'll...
Felix.
Right here.
It's the...
it's his tower.
Oh, sorry. Shoot. No, I was thinking...
So, when last we left our heroes, who would like to do the recap? 3, 2, 1. Fuck off.
You are disqualified, my friend.
Alright, I'll do the recap.
Okay. Sorry. I did it last time, so I was on my phone.
Remind me at the end of this game to send you all a survey asking whether or not it's worth it to have you guys do the surveys, or the recaps. So, when last we left our heroes, they had fought off a bunch of drow raiders who were trying to kidnap and potentially do very bad things to Lady Stelmane, a local noble at the city of Alagon. After having rescued her and captured one of the drow leaders, a man by the name of Jarlaxle Banir.
Drow by the name of Jarlaxle Banir.
He is. He's a fabulous individual, especially currently running around in essentially booty shorts and a crop top.
Halfling-sized gear.
Yes. He definitely stands out in the crowd.
Why didn't we get him more clothes?
Because he gave him
He
jobs
liked
and he was
He seemed
perfectly
happy with
acceptable.
them.
Nope.
We offered.
Having captured, interrogated, and convinced him to act as your guide for a fee, you then conversed with Archmage Vargasel, one of your oldest acquaintances, to help you in getting to where the evil demon had been teleporting arcane people to serve something for mind flayers. After discussion of multiple different options, you decided to teleport to a friend of Archmage Vargasel, a wizard by the name of Felix the Prescient, on the edge of a forest, traverse for roughly 2 to 3 weeks, to then arrive at the Hobgoblin camp, and then find your way to the underground point from there.
The plan to, once we arrived, we would traverse for 2 to 3 weeks.
Yes.
Yes.
Once you arrive in the tower, traverse for 2 to 3 weeks to get to the Hobgoblin camp, and then in the Hobgoblin camp you would find your way to the world below. In the world below, Jarlaxle would lead you to his base, where Joff was, and then you would be able to find the Mind Flayer colony from there. Did I miss anything?
Have you explained why we can't just take shovels and dig down to the Underdark?
Yes, the Underdark is a different plane. It's not a bunch of tunnels underneath your feet. It would be like trying to dig to hell.
But you can actually do that in some settings.
Not this setting.
It's a big truck. It's not a series of tubes.
Yes. I remember the big thing I was missing. Roll initiative.
Borrow some dice also.
I got some dice.
Oh, sure.
I got a whole big old bag of different dice.
And my dice... Okay, this particular die is betraying me. It's horrible.
So, you all arrived on the other side of your teleportation, hearing maniacal cackle as well as blasts of lightning and thunder, as some halfling-sounding individual was seemingly enjoying himself on the top of the tower. Looking out the window, you saw multiple different kinds of elementals making their way towards the tower and attacking it. Currently, from what you can tell, you have 2 earth elementals, a fire elemental, and 5 magma mephits making their way onto your floor of the tower.
Okay.
There's also wind elementals and water elementals climbing up and attacking, and you hear lightning bolts and thunder cracks and "Take this, you laddie!"
They're coming through the windows?
They're about to be coming. These mephits are about to enter. The earth elementals are climbing. The fire elemental is about to come in through the window.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
The earth elementals can't. Well, actually, they can do a thing. When you're done picking out your dice,
Oh,
just
sorry.
put them
Okay,
back in the
yeah, I
bag.
will. I just rolled that one, but...
So yeah, go ahead and roll initiative.
16.
Hold on. Everyone roll initiative. Don't tell me you're in.
Wait for it.
Are you not one who waits for it?
Someone says roll initiative, you listen to the man.
Let's see. I need epic battle music.
Important.
Hey, Mike, could you roll me a d6?
Oh, that's a D12 acting as a D6.
Nope, it's 2d6s.
It's 2. Oh. Interesting.
They do roll better.
Yeah, it's really interesting, right?
But then it is a D12. It's just got 6 values on it.
Yeah.
Okay. Neat.
No, I got a pack of 6.
Cool.
Yeah, I noticed that like some like interesting dice styles are sold in like groups of all the same die. So it's like, no, I just want one.
Single serving.
That making complaints when I roll my d6s. My other dice from people.
The dice I can't read from across the table.
Exactly. I'm the DM. You'll deal with it. So I'll look at it.
Ultimately, yes. You have 2 choices.
Yep.
Like it or lump it.
Your way or the highway.
It's the second game I've got to play
Those are
in
also good choices.
3 years.
Wait a minute. Isn't it the DM's goal to kill the players?
No, the characters. Never kill the players.
Oh, sorry. No, I have to be more,
Occasionally kill the characters.
I have to be more specific.
The
I
online
mean, if you're really feeling
the online D&D community is very specific about this.
overly
except in very particular circumstances.
Yeah, I tell my players that up front. My job is to murder your characters mercilessly. It's your job to stop me. They've all been warned.
and yet you failed.
Shut up!
Not for lack of
Shut
trying.
up! That was so well set up.
Yeah, that's why I had to bust your balls.
I had a mini boss taken down by hideous laughter.
I was there for that.
Spell.
That was
It's because I had a +5 to wisdom save with that too. It's because I rolled horrible and she rolled really well.
So, 25 to 20 initiatives.
20.
Nice.
Oh, you don't
Well,
have
I guess,
modifier?
yeah.
Initiative is...
Oh, yeah, 24. Okay.
Did you crit your
Apparently.
Sounds like it.
20 to 15.
16?
15 to 10. 10 to 5.
6.
4. I didn't do that well.
Well,
I'm benching this die for the rest of the game.
good news is everything worked out perfectly on my little initiative tracker sheet.
Perfectly.
Oh.
Yeah.
That worries me.
All the
So-
traps went up. That's right.
So we all die the moment the battle begins.
Desmond, you're first. You can see these small little flying creatures, like floating magma, outside one of the openings to the tower.
Okay. So, I guess I will move closer to them, and can I prep a move? Like a fire or something?
I mean, you
Is
can
that,
hit
or
them.
should I just go for it, I guess?
Yeah, just hit 'em.
Alright, I will go.
So I'm
how
assuming
far?
we're all on the same level, and those are all doors with the little
Okay.
No, those are windows.
windows. Okay.
Oh, the window's
Yes.
broken?
I can.
How far are we on the
30
ground level, or are we
feet?
above ground level?
You are
So-
above ground level. You're probably on the 3rd or 4th floor by your best bet. Yes. Thank you for reminding me to put stairs.
move, like.
These are stairs.
Okay, so I guess I'll move. I can move 6 squares, and then
Yep.
try to get them with a firebolt.
Okay. Hit him.
Alright, 15.
15 hits.
Was it 15 plus? For a fireball?
What? Oh, plus 5. Is that right?
I
Or
think
no,
it's a
wait.
6. Is that a 6?
Your handwriting.
Looks like a 6.
That's a 6.
Oh, okay, cool.
Like 21.
Alright,
so
21.
You still got it.
21 hits. You're doing
Nice.
a firebolt?
Yeah.
Okay. Your fire slams into the magma
okay.
creatures. They do not seem to take any fire damage.
Great.
Well,
well.
Well played.
Jarlaxle moves over here. And he says, "Alright, good luck. I forgot a weapon."
I can give you a weapon.
No, I'm good. Bruce, you're up.
oh, what to do?
If he doesn't want a weapon, I guess we could just leave him to die, sure.
Well, I mean, technically, we haven't gotten to the part where he's supposed to be guiding us. So, this
He said all of his stuff disintegrates in some way.
isn't technically part of his contract.
You could ask for more.
Okay.
You gonna go to the window?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm assuming I mostly have to. I want to summon conjure animals and conjure 2 dire wolves to try to start attacking one of these earth elementals.
All right.
Doable?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Well, then get 2 dire wolves.
Okay, I have 1.
Are you gonna use that one to transform into one?
The dire wolf isn't so great, 30 or 40 feet in the air. Other forms are a little better from this high up. But maybe I will. I mean, if you got to, that's fine.
Do you have the range? Do you have the range to be able to put him on the ground?
Oh, that's a great question. I didn't even check.
You could go off the
60 feet.
Yes.
You tell me. Okay, cool. Yep.
They land on the ground floor.
Is this a large creature? Yeah. Right.
Yes.
Okay, cool enough. Good enough. Okay. So each of them will attack once.
Back charges.
Yes, indeed.
Michael, you rolled terribly. This music sucks.
First one rolls a 21 to hit.
Is it my roll or your taste?
21 hits.
Okay, cool.
YouTube.
There's your first problem.
Can't insult YouTube.
You Spotify. Come on.
So 7
Nah.
damage and a saving throw. Strength save. To be knocked prone, or maybe be
Okay.
knocked prone.
That's a 9.
Okay, so it's knocked prone. Actually, I'm sorry, that was 10 damage, not 7.
Okay.
And then 24 versus armor class.
That is.
Cool. And that is another 10 damage from the other one.
Okay.
And I will turn into a giant spider and
sorry.
start climbing down.
Sweet.
I'll break the glass and then turn into a giant spider and start climbing down.
They're not windows. They're open. They're kind of like window, like
Like this.
shutters.
Okay. Okay, then I open the window and I'll start climbing down.
It's very amusing. They were going to come to you, which is why I drew the map. So you decided, no, fuck that. We're going to go fight them.
The enemy is there and I will fight them. That might be a flaw.
That ends your turn?
Yes.
This one stands up, and it is going to double slam this guy.
Okay. Probably need some paper to keep track of the points.
Thinking if we're doing the push-forward combat thing, we might as well have
25?
back there.
25 definitely hits a...
And 16.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
All right, so 4d8.
6.
$26 damage to that wolf.
Okay. I'm calling that guy Direwolf 2.
Bam.
He is badly hurt.
Okay.
Or bloodied.
That ends
Yep,
that guy.
it's-
These methods fly in through the window. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
This is the blade one.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. This fire elemental is going to turn like that one.
Sure.
This earth elemental is going to glide out of sight. Alright.
Huh?
What?
So he's not visible through the windows.
Right, you cannot see him currently.
He went down into the earth.
Yes. The fire elemental is... Okay. It is actually going to engulf
Uh-oh.
that dire wolf.
Oh, hot dog.
That dire wolf, the wounded one, takes 4 fire damage and catches fire.
Oh, no.
It is then going to follow up by attempting to ignite on the dire wolf.
Stop, he's already dead.
24?
That hits. If that's an armor class roll.
Yes.
So are we at ground level?
No, he's over
They're on the
30,
4th
40.
floor.
Okay.
He's some of the wolves on the ground, and then he's coming after him.
7 fire damage.
Okay, just enough. He's gone. I'll take the ring back. Thank you. Wow.
And I'll take the wolf back. Thank you. And the fire will continue around. and engulfs that one. So it takes 10 fire damage.
These are not to be trifled with.
And then these two methods are going to attack you, Jasmine. $13.
14.
So no. 21.
Yeah.
You will take 2 slashing damage and 1 fire damage for a total of 3.
Okay.
And that was them two. This one is going to breathe fire on you, and I need you to make a dex saving throw.
Okay. How do I do that exactly?
Roll the d20, add your dexterity saving
Okay.
throw right there.
Okay, so 20.
Alright, so you take 6 half to 3 fire damage.
Sorry?
3 fire damage
3.
total.
Okay.
This
So you
one's
succeeded as you took half.
Okay, cool.
This is why we gotta start taking dips into the road.
So from your perspective,
Dipping into
Bruce jumped out the window. Desmond shot something, but it didn't seem to do anything. And then a bunch of these small, like floating magma balls burst through the windows and started attacking Jasmine and burning her. And then some of them came charging towards you. You can also hear the sounds of a wolf howl and creatures yowling, like, and also speaking very deeply. That ends their turn, which means Hoss.
Okay. I'm going to take a step toward the window, and would you say that I'm close enough to cast Shield of Faith as he's left?
If you take 2 steps and get out the
So,
window.
okay, so I cast Shield of Faith on you. And then I'm going to take my remaining 3-4 steps
Okay.
diagonally this way. And take a shot at that method. Well, actually,
How about-
here's a better spot.
yeah.
And take a shot at the closest method.
Go ahead.
I mean, it could be.
Or method.
I call them methods.
Yeah, I'll call them methods, but I don't know if that's right.
Okay. So, do that and move over there. Actually, I probably already had Thunder Cannon out just in case. So, I just raise the Thunder Cannon and fire.
It's strange that you would come armed to a
You're right.
friend's house.
You're right. Well, no. So it was not like I had. I haven't been hiding it, or rather, it's not hidden like it has been. I just have it shouldered.
Okay. In that case, it's a simple matter to
Yeah. Well,
pull it off your shoulder.
Either way, it's yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, take it out and fire. 10. Ooh.
10 total.
Yeah.
Your shot goes wide.
Okay.
The cacophonous thunder blast kind of throws the method off its kilter, but it doesn't seem to take any damage.
Okay. Cool.
You almost hit it.
Oh, let me mark off the spell.
Missed it by that much. That ends Hoss's turn.
Yes.
Lysander,
Alright, well,
you got 2 targets.
I come armed at all times.
Target-rich
so,
environment.
target-rich environment. Eldritch Blast, Eldritch Blast.
Go ahead and roll.
So, 2 different beams. This one's gonna be the guy left of me, this guy's gonna be right. Not fantastic. 11 and 8.
8 misses, 11 hits.
So, guy on the left, I'm rolling damage. So those are my things.
Is it the homunculus or the pixie?
The left.
Pixie.
Pixie?
Yeah.
Okay.
From Lysander's point of view.
I didn't realize
Did
I was
we
supposed to pick
methods?
homunculus.
We did last time in
His gift.
Pirates.
Pirate Cove.
Yeah, Pirate's Cove.
Yeah, they're
I
mixing
caught him up with a cloud of daggers.
smoking ash.
So that's going to be
over there.
11. Force
11?
damage. Yeah.
Okay.
So unless they have resistance to force. Awesome.
I wasn't
It
there
does
to
not
listen
appear
to
to have
that,
resistance to force. As the blast slams into it, it kind of gets shocked backwards a little bit, but it seems to be on its feet.
Speaking of which, I'm going to have it go ahead and push 10 feet back. Because recalling's blast. Get out of here.
Cool.
At this point, you hear from the roof.
Oh yeah, the yelling and cackling.
We have definitely announced ourselves.
You hear the sounds of something very heavy slamming onto the roof. Bruce, you notice the tower seems a little bit taller than it was originally. Like there may be some sort of wall added, made of stone.
More battlements. Wizards can put them on anytime they want.
Jasmine, it's your turn.
Oh, okay.
What do
Good
you do?
timing. I want to try Thunder Wave. I've never used it before, though. Is there
Yeah.
anything I need to know?
You roll their damage, they roll their saving throws.
Okay.
What kind of saving throw? Con, right?
Which Thunderwave's con. Yeah.
Okay. 15. Is there anything?
Oh, for your constitution?
No.
No,
Oh,
they
wait,
roll.
sorry.
Or they roll.
They roll to
Oh,
try
they-
to you
They
roll
try to beat
damage.
your number.
Oh, okay.
Right.
What's your number?
15.
Okay, they both fail. Three of them, sorry. That one saves, so he takes half damage.
Okay.
And Thunderwave is 2d8, so roll your d8 twice.
Okay.
If you use a first level spell slot.
Is that it?
No, that's a
No,
d10.
no.
Next
Here.
one.
Oh, here. Yeah. 5, 2.
So 7 to 2 of them and half to the other. So, as you let out this thunderous blast, they're knocked back 10 feet, right?
Yes. It's part if they fail.
They failed. They go blasting away from you, kind of being
Repel?
repelled by something similar to what Haas's Thunder Cannon does.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Does that end your
More
turn?
useful.
I mean, on average, with the rolls.
Well, no,
Yeah,
no.
yeah, I guess
I
so.
mean, like,
Okay.
I don't know what
mine's a
else.
special effect. Hers is an actual effect.
Jarlaxle grabs a random potion off of that table and hucks it.
Oh, there are potions on the table?
This is a laboratory. There's lots of bits and bobs on the table.
Okay, what explodes? Where's the nitroglycerin?
He throws a vial of something weird at this method, the one that you missed. And as it hits the method, the glass breaks from the heat and spills onto him, and you watch as his shoulder kind of begins to chill.
Certainly didn't throw a healing potion.
Well, that or these things take damage from healing potions.
sure they don't.
Old editions were great for that.
That ends Jarlaxle's turn, Bruce.
Okay. Well, this is not going exactly like
Oh,
planned.
this wolf takes 10 fire damage.
It's now bloodied as well.
At the beginning of its turn.
Ashy. Okay. It will attack the Earth Elemental
Okay.
without pack tactics. Crit.
Nice.
Nice.
Sweet. Roll all the damage.
4, 6, 10, 13 piercing, and a saving throw on the Earth Elemental.
Alright. The Earth Elemental fails,
Okay.
and you've noticed that the wolf's bite does not seem to be particularly effective.
I'm not shocked by that.
Really? I'm shocked.
And I wave for the wolf to kind of come back my direction, and he's going to make a break for it. Is there any? I wave him around this way because I'm assuming I can see the staircase this way. Yeah, so we'll move him 50
The
feet
staircase
that
is
way.
inside the building. And he's on 30 feet down
Okay, so-
on the floor.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I guess I don't know where the entrance is, so he'll try and look for the entrance is what's going to happen. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Okay, did he find a staircase anywhere in there? Or a door or anything?
He did not see the door from where he is.
Okay, fair enough. All right. then
He
I-
also took an attack of opportunity.
yes, totally. One is at disadvantage if they both decide to take it. Oh, no, it's just them.
I'm just doing the fire elemental.
Okay, that's
first.
fine. Yep.
21?
Oh, yeah, that hits.
11, 13, 14, 15 fire damage.
Okay. Okay, he's not dead yet.
Shockingly. At the beginning of its turn, when it takes fire damage from being on fire, it'll probably be dead.
Well, things happen. The spider will attack one of the mephits.
Okay.
That probably doesn't hit. That's a 9. Doesn't hit the mephit, right?
No, it does not.
Okay. That's my turn.
Okay. The Earth Elementals. At this point, you notice the head of an Earth Elemental emerging from the floor as its hand kind of pushes through the earth and slams down, and then he pulls himself out. Not leaving like a hole or anything, just pulling himself through the earth.
Does that mean it's on the ground level?
No, that means it's on your level.
Oh.
It just got to
It can go through Workstone too?
Yeah.
Or did it just smash through?
It didn't
It
smash
sounds like
through.
a like stone walk or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, normally they can't go through Workstone, but maybe there may be an exception here for dramatic reasons.
Yes. I was actually considering having them bust through the wall, but I decided it was...
Oh yeah!
I figured it was better to just use the Earthglide feature.
That makes sense. Felix is happier if you use the Earthglide feature.
That one stands up, and it's got a 30-foot, 5, 10,
Who
15...
knows how Felix made this?
Yes. He might have used on Workstone.
This one pushes through... This one's on the ground floor. So, he disappears from your view. The Fire Elemental has a 50 feet move speed.
And
Maybe he shaped stoned it and then had
Oh,
to
sorry.
work stone. It's like that concrete where you put down a pattern
The
on
wolf,
top of it.
Did the wolf attack the Earth Elemental, right?
Correct.
Okay, so the first time this thing enters a creature space, it takes 8 fire damage.
Yes, you just run it over.
Yes.
And it's an awful smell and an awful sight, and
it reminded me to keep them out of the way of us.
And that was just movement. He didn't actually have to make an
yeah,
attack.
eventually I can become one of those. At 10th level, I can become these guys.
So don't give you a hug while you're a fire elemental. Just don't.
All right.
The
That ends-
Commodus Online was run through people and murder them. Is once you become a fire elemental.
That ends the Earth Elementals, the Fire Elementals, now the Magma Methods.
Oh, hi. Oh, they really like you.
It's not mutual.
All right. Oh, I gotta roll. All right, it recharges. Bruce, your spider
Don't
isn't
say stuff
armored
like that.
or anything, is it?
Natural armor, but no
Metal.
worked armor. No, I never wear metal. The old gods hate metal.
All right. So that pixie one
Yep.
is going to point at you, and you're going to take 2d8 fire damage
It heats his metal.
as it
The
heats
scale mail.
as it heats your scale mail and or your face. Pick whichever one you prefer. You take 7 fire damage.
That was more narratively interesting.
Well, the scale mail he can escape from.
Yeah.
Well, it's just like
But he is also a giant walking robot. He's got his pick of targets.
it's a ceramic composite.
Yes.
Of course it is. The other two are both going to... One of them's going to take a slash at you. So does a 16 hit? Does a 16 hit you, Jesmo?
Oh, yes.
So you take...
Does that reach?
No, not the elemental, the magma.
Oh,
the
sorry, my
methods.
bad. My bad.
So you take 5 slashing and 2 fire.
Okay. So sad.
And the other one, seeing that slashing is effective, is going to try and slash you again.
Super effective.
12.
No.
Okay. Then the 2 attacking Bruce. What's your armor class?
14. 16 actually. Spiritual. The shield. Shield of faith.
Right.
Concentration check.
Oh, it's yeah. Right.
One of them tries to claw you, fails. The other one shifts over, and is going to breathe fire on you and Lysander.
Nah.
Of course she's going for the...
So make
It's Constitution, right?
yes, dex saves, both of you.
Okay.
Thanks for being my meat shield.
22.
Are you kidding me?
You take 3.
8.
You take 7.
Yeah, that's great. My dice are failing me today.
So as one of them tries to claw your armored hide, he sees that his fist is just not effective, and so he gets out of the way. The other one just steps up and goes, kind of breathes down its hand, and it causes a magma spurt to hit.
It's kind of badass.
Yeah, to hit both you and
Did you notice
you
the
were able to
curve
sort
that went
of
from
slink
really
down to
low
the floor.
decent numbers?
You only get charred a little bit, but Lysander takes the brunt of it.
Most people want to kill spiders with fire when they see them, so
Oh, yeah.
can't blame them.
I mean, I
That
used a vacuum.
ends the methods.
Don't give them ideas.
So,
Oh, no.
Hoss.
Boss has finished pumping up his Nerf gun again. And I'm going to fire at this.
Okay. Shoot at.
19.
Nice.
That hits.
Many d6. Sneak attack.
So,
Sneak attack with a loud gun.
10 standard and 5 thunder.
That is just enough to kill it.
Nice. Wow.
So, as your blast,
Wham! Knocks it out of the air.
yeah,
just
as
see
your
the
blast
wings
slams
kinda go-
into it, Jasmine, I need you to make a dex save.
Okay.
This just
Again, is just
He's thinking to be like
one of those and
stepping out of the air
plus-
and then just the,
Yep.
the wings.
okay. So 23.
Yeah.
Okay. So, as Haas's thunder cannon blast slams into the Mephit, you watch as it bursts and explodes outward, and magma goes sailing everywhere. The other magma Mephits don't seem to care as the globules just kind of hit them in the face. But you, this liquid hot magma, drips down onto you, and you take 3 fire damage as you sort of use your cloak to get some of it off of you before it burns too much.
Oh, but it's lava now, so it's not magma because it's above ground. So.
Thank you for that.
That's super helpful.
What you're saying is that they should be lava Mephits.
Pause it, end your turn.
Would they become the obsidian?
Yeah,
Mephits?
that's gonna be my turn.
Later?
Okay, Lysander.
Or
No,
pumice?
actually, wait. I'm gonna
Move.
I'm gonna do this.
It's animated magma.
You could
It
flip the
comes
table if you
still,
want.
Not yet.
That would sound
Lysander, what are you doing?
pretty neat though. Yeah. Gonna do my try to
You hear from further back. Sorry.
Do it. Shoot him.
It's okay, I guess. One is dead.
thinking of where that fire one was before. Thinking of where the
I thought it was just gonna be guts. I was like, oh, I got
Go
guts.
ahead.
Pixie
and
was
is,
left. They didn't do any fancy moving.
4
Lava,
gives me
magma,
clear
guts.
line
I don't really care what
and
it
go ahead and
is.
fire
It
him
burns.
and him.
Okay, go ahead and shoot.
Better. So a 20 on him, a 13 on him.
Both of those hit. Roll damage.
Sweet.
Nice. This is what you're made for.
You can do it.
Yeah, this is what you're made for. Eldritch Blast every day.
That is literally
All day
the one
long.
thing.
Scorching me.
So 5 on him and 3 on him. Both of them I can push back 10 feet. So
3 on the homunculus.
Yep.
Wow. That homunculus that just got pushed back is barely holding in there.
okay, so I could have accidentally exploded it on the spider.
You could have. I was anticipating you doing it.
I'm trying not to.
I get a lot of
that
bonus
your
hit
turn?
points when I transform.
Yes.
That's the biggest benefit I
That
get
will
from
in fact be my
transforming.
turn.
So
Yes, we know.
Oh, actually, hold
I'm
up.
just
Hold
I'm just
up.
telling him it's okay to.
Being a giant spider.
I just realized I should really hex one of them.
Giant anything, he gets lots of
do
hit
the
points.
moon circle.
I should
That's why I
really.
called him a wound whore.
I missed that.
I should really hex one of these guys before things get any further.
Yeah.
So bonus action, end of my turn. I'm gonna go ahead and hex the big guy there.
Okay. No, I got one.
You got one?
Black.
Also, strength check.
Do you get a benefit from the thing that is hex getting killed, or
If I kill something while hex is active on it, I can transfer the hex to.
You're thinking of the
something else
Hex
and do more
Blade's prey.
Yeah,
that
right.
gives him hit points back.
Okay.
But that can only be done like once a battle or something like that.
Once a long rest.
I'm not
Or once
that
a
kind
short.
of-
It's rarely once a short rest.
damage. Yeah,
Paul,
I'm not
you
that kind
gave
of warlock.
Felix like no combat spells. It's so boring.
This is Tomb of Horrors, dude. He might have learned some other spells in the meantime.
Oh,
Nah.
and also talking is a free action. Jorlaxel, just take my freaking rapier.
Alex says, "No, I'm good. I was pretty effective with that potion."
Oh my god.
You don't pay me enough for
So-
the best combat.
Turns out
At
he's
this
actually
point-
a drunken master.
Whoever is on the roof seems to have company, almost like a twin of his. They both start shouting something in a language none of you understand.
2 leprechauns
at
arguing.
each other. They don't know that yet. At each other, and then you hear the sounds of some kind of fire going off.
Whoosh.
Like a very, very loud, explosive dragon's fire. Just
So is Felix just XP farming and we just kind of walked in on it?
He's like, kill stealer. You can't roll on this loot.
Desmond, it's your turn.
Okay.
You got one up in your face and an earth elemental closing in.
Maybe I'll try another thunder wave and see if I can get some distance so they don't.
I would do that and
explode
then
me.
move.
Yes. Yeah. But if I move now, they can attack me, right? Because
Yeah.
we're so
Yes.
okay.
So push him away first.
Okay. Yeah.
You don't roll
You
that.
can move here and get them both with a thunder wave and like.
Well-
Okay.
Were you trying to get both of them, or were you trying to get both of them?
Yeah. Sure. I'll try to get both of those.
which
I
one?
guess. Yeah.
These ones?
Yeah.
Methods?
these two?
Okay.
Yeah.
sure.
I.
That'll do. Yep.
So
Okay.
they're making a save, so you don't roll a d20.
Oh, okay.
You just roll your damage. They have to
okay.
roll to try and resist being blasted. That
Okay.
one fails, and that one fails. How much damage?
Oh. Okay. Oh, I see. 9.
9?
is it plus anything?
What?
A thunder wave?
It's not.
No.
Spells don't really get plus anything.
Okay.
Except for Eldritch Blast because warlocks.
You said
That's
9.
because of the
9, yeah.
feature, not because of the spell.
I
So-
gotta get better at charisma, so I'm better at this.
This one dies in a burst of magma I need you to make a dex.
Did she push it away before it burst?
No, a hit point went to 0 before it had the chance.
But wouldn't the force push
It's not like
Okay,
it got forced
what is
back
that?
and then died. It died.
Well,
from
that'll
the
depend on
blast.
what she rolls.
20.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
20? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So yes, it did.
you only take 4 damage.
Yay!
The other one gets blasted back and stops just before hitting the
And you can move now if you like.
And you can run away.
Yes, I would like to do that. How far can I get?
6 squares.
As this giant
1, 2,
walking rock comes
I'll
up.
go here.
Make a quick dex check.
Oh, you're climbing over a table.
To
Oh,
To
I
get
didn't
across the
realize.
table.
Okay, I could just go another way, or I guess I
She
could
could have
go-
gone
sorry,
from
sorry.
here to here to there. She didn't
Well,
have
she's,
Yeah.
but she's diving over the table to cross.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably just one.
Dive. I'm pretty scared.
Just make a
I'm
dex.
in bad
Just make a
shape.
dex check.
Okay, so
if
I
you
just-
succeed, it doesn't cost you any extra movement. If you fail, it's difficult terrain.
So, 16?
Yeah, you're
Is that-
fine.
Okay.
You slide across, potions go spilling. You watch as a little burst of lightning kind of shoots up from one of them. It's like, ah! You've kind of broken some very expensive glassware at this point. Does that end your turn?
Yes.
Jarlaxle says, oh, I was going to throw that. Runs over here, grabs your rapier.
There you are.
Hoss says,
Grabs,
it's getting
grabs
crowded
you
back here.
tight by the belt, pulls you in close, pulls the rapier out.
I'm armed.
And then he says, so am I. And then he turns 5, 10.
Oh, so sorry.
15.
Sorry, I meant short sword, by the way. Thinking of what
Okay.
I wanted to give myself.
He grabs
Short sword.
a weapon off of your
grabs
hip.
your weapon.
Grabs it tight, pulls it a little bit, and then he's going to stab into that. Oh, we are only the classiest of humor.
Yes.
I'm going to go ahead and just veto that when that happens next.
4.
Open mage hand him carefully away.
Hey, you told him to.
Not to grab me.
He needed to get.
I
He
have
needed
a
you to be
sword on my
stable.
belt. He doesn't have to, like, molest me to get a sword.
It was the heat of the moment.
It was not the heat of the moment.
All right, so
No rock songs. Not allowed. This is not sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
he does a solid blow
He
to the
doesn't know that
method.
song.
He slams the blade into it, but the method is hanging on there just barely. Both of these look like they could die to a single hole.
Also,
And then he's going to use a bonus action to disengage and run back.
don't worry, it happens to everybody.
Bruce,
All right.
you have no other creatures. Okay.
I do know. Is this just a circle on the ground? Both of these orange ones?
They are expensive metal, but circles in the ground.
Okay,
They're like
they're not
teleportation.
difficult terrain of any
No,
sort.
They're not furniture.
Shift around.
It's like if he were standing in that one, he could summon something into that one to talk to.
Okay, I'll attack this guy.
Do it.
Wipe them out. All of them. 13 that hits, right?
Yes. You have a +2 modifier, correct?
To hit?
Yeah.
Plus
no,
5.
Your damage modifier.
The damage. Yeah, so I'm going to do a minimum of 4 damage. Actually,
Okay,
plus
you
3.
kill it.
Okay, cool.
So I need you to make a dex save
Yep, totally.
with the spider stats.
15.
15. You are able to only take 3 points of fire damage as this one bursts all over your face.
It's gonna be one of those sessions.
Apparently, I think that
you didn't
he
even
just
catch
brings it out in me.
You didn't even catch my performance joke.
I didn't. I'm
It's like,
sorry.
It happens to everyone.
I did actually hear that, but Jarlaxle wasn't going to respond.
Of course he's gonna sandbag me on that joke.
Does that
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay.
Why is it my fault?
You're a pervert, that's why.
Perfect.
Oh no.
Earth Elementals.
The game is officially the dirtiest one I play. So there you go. It's both of yours.
Oh no, oh no, is it a magical realm kind of deal? Oh, geez.
Well, no, I just mean we're all clearly adults and clearly,
And there's clearly no
Dark
children
skin.
here.
yeah, funny sense of, dirty sense of humor.
I got
so.
2 women in my game, and both of them have spent more time at the brothel than the men have.
Yeah,
So that one is.
yeah.
Men have
it's-
spent no time at
It's
the
definitely
brothel.
not driven by the men.
That guy's
No.
elemental, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It is the
Maybe
women.
Fire
It's
would
very
work on
frightening.
that one.
This one
Certainly try it.
can function as anything. I got it specifically for you.
Awesome.
At 10th level. At 10th level, he can turn into any elemental.
Oh.
So now
that's
he
pretty
has
rare.
an elemental mini to turn into any of them.
It's got a real nice page on it.
I know. It's badass. This one is currently representative of an earth elemental, as is this one. And this represents a fire elemental.
Yep.
But don't worry about that one right now.
Yes.
This one's going to attack you. This one is hexed. This one is damaged. 16.
That is exactly right.
Really?
Yep.
You take 13 bludgeoning damage as his fist slams you down into the dirt. As the spider kind of comes back up, he raises his fist and he says something in a language you almost understand. That's a 21.
That hits.
Wow, shit. Poor man's crit. 21 bludgeoning damage.
So 7 off the spider, knocking me out of form. 14 carries over.
You want to morph back, I assume?
I don't have a choice. But yes, one's square back, if that's your question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
be a little bit away from that guy.
I wasn't asking do you morph. I was asking do you morph backwards
Yeah.
or into it.
Mm-hmm. Good question.
This one had to spend its whole turn arriving. The fire elemental, with a 50-foot move speed, having arrived through there,
Ooh, it moves fast.
is just able to come out of the stairs.
I said, this is getting serious. This is getting serious, folks.
What accent was that?
I'm just gruff. I forgot this character's gruff.
10, 15, 20, 25,
Sounded
30.
vaguely Texan.
It is vaguely southern.
Howdy, y'all.
Why was this?
Getting serious, folks.
This one died?
That was dead.
Oh, okay.
I
I was like,
reckon.
how did he get outside? That makes no sense. That one's gonna punch you, Hoss.
Still weird
Okay,
just
cool.
to hear you end the word.
14.
Fucking resented.
Miss.
Fucking sorry, okay?
Yeah, I love that accent.
We should all be
The
playing
other
with
one
Jersey
uses its
gangsters.
bonus action, heat metal,
In the
takes
vampire
6.
game.
Okay, take 6.
Take 6.
Okay,
And then it is going to then try and punch you in the face.
okay.
Not you, him. 5.
That does not hit me. Shockingly.
Hoss, you have one right up in your face.
Okay.
Kind of like a flying mosquito, but made out of magma. Very sort of pointed nose and big wings.
Hoss grabs at the barrel of his of the cannon and like kind of swings the cannon out, but drawing the wand.
Okay.
Is
that's
and
happening.
he's firing the wand at the elemental.
At this elemental?
Yeah.
Okay. The uninjured elemental.
Hit the big guy, yeah.
Yeah, in case it wasn't obvious, I had to paint that motherfucker.
Nice. It looks good.
Turned out well.
Oh, no, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, you painted
Would-
that?
Yeah.
have-
Oh, nice.
When
Very
he,
nice.
when he handed it to me, I couldn't tell, aside from the paint on the base, that
Yeah.
I thought, like, oh, that's an official mini. Oh, okay.
I have to repaint the base now that I'm done coloring the rest of them. Are you using 6 charges?
Yes.
8d4 plus 8.
8d4. Okay.
It's number of charges plus 2, because first level gets you 1 plus 2.
Opening salvo.
Nice. It allows dice to be cocked.
Yeah, it's like get off. 26.
26, okay.
Kind of undoes one of the major advantages of a dice roller.
As the blasts slam into it, you can see that it's just kind of taking the brunt of the damage.
It's like whoa.
And he's just...
He looks mad. Okay.
It
You actually
it
don't
did,
see a face on this giant walking rock.
it did see efficacious.
What?
It did have an effect.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Okay, good.
At this point, because you were doing force damage, the rock is cracked in a bit here and there. It's not bloody, but it's showing more wear than the other one.
Okay, cool. Great.
And your turn.
And
Run away!
Moving's not a smart idea.
Lysander.
All right, well,
Run
the
away!
next- Well, I mean, yeah.
You jump out the window. I mean, you never even met this Felix guy.
How about no? Also, I don't want to break all my.
Time to use the big guns if you got them.
This is my big gun.
He's only got the one gun. Actually, he's got 2 guns.
It's actually very useful.
One in each
Sun's
hand.
out, guns out.
And they're always charged. So these are spaces technically.
Much
These
like-
little wall corner bits.
Sure. Those count as spaces. You're kind of having a hard time fitting in there, but yeah.
Okay, so I could like shimmy up against the wall if need be.
Sure.
What I am going to do, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fire first and then move.
Okay.
Both of those Eldritch Blasts are going towards that big guy. Wow! 6 and 7. One's a crit fail.
A crit fail?
These dice hate me.
Go ahead and roll me a d100, please.
Oh god, please no. Wait, time for wild magic rules.
That's not a bad idea. But
If anyone's
78.
If anyone's gonna do that, Faye is definitely gonna do that.
did you?
78.
78? Okay. As you fire off blast, the crit fail blast,
Yeah.
it ricochets much further than you expected, rebounds off this wall here, and cuts through that table. And you watch as there is a explosion of arcane energy
Oh god.
that completely decimates that table.
And hopefully the guy next
You
to
told
it.
that table.
No.
And folks, if you don't think you have a good attack, maybe those potions are a good thing to be.
When I ruin the potions, that's the problem.
Not all of them. Each table has its own strange concoction.
Okay. So that
That ends your turn?
that whipped, but hold on figuring out movement.
Pretty much your only options are walk.
There's not a lot of places to go. Next to the window, sure.
Alright.
The furthest
I mean,
distance.
spreading out's not a terrible idea.
Yeah, I'd rather not get hit
Yeah,
by a
let's
fire
look
guy
at
just walks through us. I mean, he can do that anyway.
Right.
At this point, you hear someone up on the roof shout, "And so's your mom!" And something seems to happen. You hear some sort of magical blast go off.
And I yell, "Is anyone up there? We can need a little help down here."
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
That's my speciality. Wait. That is precisely a 1. No modifier.
Oh, is that a natural one?
That is a natural one.
You tried, Bruce.
Now he thinks there's more elementals downstairs. He shouldn't come downstairs.
You're very hoarse.
No, what it is you haven't had anything to drink in a long time. And you're, help!
Kind of parched.
Maybe somebody else will have better luck.
I could yell. I'm right by the
That
window.
ends his turn, Jesmal.
Okay.
There's 2 methods and 3 elementals.
All right. I will try to hit the earth elemental with a firebolt and see if that has any effect. 11. Is it plus anything? What-
Yeah.
Plus 6.
Plus
2.
Oh yeah, plus 6. Okay, so
your attacks are
right.
always in that.
Okay, so 17.
17 against the earth elemental?
Yes.
That just hits.
Nice. 2d10.
Okay.
Oh wow, you're
Where
more
are they?
effective than me with the blasts.
No, that's
This
an 8.
time.
Oh,
That's a D8.
did I take 2 d8s? Did I not take a
You
d10?
you have a D10.
Oh, okay.
Actually, you have 2.
Well,
Okay.
isn't Firebolt a D8?
No, d10.
Okay.
Okay,
I promise
so 8
you on that one.
and 10. 18.
Nice.
Wow.
18?
Yes.
Against
Did you get
Oh,
that big
sorry.
one.
Okay.
So your firebolt seems to have done quite a bit of damage as it blasts into it. Part of it kind of breaks off into lava, as we've now
Oh,
learned,
okay.
because it's above ground.
The more you know.
But it would quickly cool into like pumice or obsidian.
Nothing makes me realize my failure of the grasp of the English language and
Igneous
trying
rock.
to look up something alphabetically. Okay. So your firebolt slams into the earth elemental, and it takes the blow and kind of steps back. Don't forget, if you guys are trying to figure out how these things work, you can always make a nature check. Does that end your turn?
Yes.
Okay. Jarlaxle is going... Oh, there he is. He says, "Don't worry, Bruce. I'll save you." He stabs forward with his rapier.
I'm waiting for that.
He's got like a +7, so that's more than enough to hit.
Good friend
It might
stabs
be,
you in the front.
Might be +8. With a short sword,
2 to relax it.
he does enough damage to that homunculus to kill it, and you both need to make some dex saves.
Alright.
You feel your armor begin to cool.
Okay.
Damn. Only 7.
So the first time it was that was a continuous effect.
Once it's cast, he can bonus action to gauze it again.
Cool. It's actually a cleric in druid spell. It's pretty good against if you know someone's gonna have metal armor.
How'd you do?
7. I'm sure I failed.
You take 7.
Okay.
And those bipeds wear it so often.
So I could use absorb elements.
Jarlaxle
Really
kind
good.
of does a quick barrel roll to get out of the way of most of it. His shirt disintegrates. He just rips it off. His hat is
There
still
wasn't
intact,
much there
however.
This is
anyway.
getting dangerously close.
I'll use absorb element just because I've never used it before, so I only take 3.
Is that a reaction?
It is a reaction when you take elemental damage.
Nice.
Acid, cold, fire.
Oh, that's right.
lightning, or
He has
thunder.
my hat, doesn't he?
He has your hat.
Right.
But more importantly,
Yeah.
he needs to have a hat.
Yes.
Free hat.
That is Jarlaxle's turn to attack and dive out of the way. Bruce.
I will, in fact, do another conjure animals. Bring in the big guns. Another 2 dire wolves. Because
All right. Well, here's one.
yes, they're gonna basically be. And here's the other one.
Bam.
Again, they're gonna be a
Nice.
canine wall.
Oh, right, they're pack tactics. They don't need to flank.
Yes. Okay, so they'll both attack. Okay, that is a 17? 18 versus armor class. Hits,
That
right?
hits, yep.
Okay. So that's 6, 9 non-magical piercing and a saving throw. Strength saving throw.
Yep. It has little value, but that's a 17.
Okay, passes. And then another hit, 23
3 versus armor class.
Yep.
For another 7 non-magical piercing and another saving throw.
I'm very tangled in my wire.
All right. That one fails.
Okay.
It's not prone.
Yep. I will become a wolf too.
All right. Let's try not to get them mixed up.
Yes.
Well, we'll
Well,
go
you have
spikes.
put it like a little
spike
bit.
back.
You have the spikes. I have a winter wolf and a warg.
So I'm just gonna move over a little bit. Now. Actually, that's fine. We were fine.
All right.
Then I'll attack too.
You'll attack.
And
You attack. And your attacks are considered magical.
no, that's next level.
Oh.
21 versus armor class hits, right?
Yep.
A little bit of this will be magical because of absorb elements. It adds to your next attack.
Oh, interesting. Is that a level spell? I mean, it has to be with reduced damage.
It is
and
level
heal
1.
damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 5 fiery damage to him, and then 13 non-magical piercing.
There are bowls over there.
Oh, there. Oh, I
Yeah,
see.
right behind the bags.
Okay. Does that end your turn?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Sorry, pretty awkward.
I'm surprised nobody wanted to take the opportunity to try and figure out more about these guys.
Oh, I meant to.
Stands up.
Can I roll a initiative check right now?
I was going to consider that a bonus action to
Okay,
learn about
then-
these guys,
yeah, then
especially since I clued you into it.
Then I'm good.
As this one thunders across this, the desk breaks under the weight, and the glass kind of shatters, and he takes a little bit of fire damage. He's not particularly wounded. This one is going to attack this wolf because it's nearest.
Yep.
They're not particularly intelligent creatures. That'll be a hit.
Oh yeah.
And that'll be a hit.
Smarter than your average rock.
Yes, but then again, it's not that hard to be smarter than a rock.
Smarter than the rock right
8, 15. He takes 25 bludgeoning damage from the first attack.
Human Christmas.
Or from the first elemental.
Yeah, yeah.
This one, seeing that it's bloody, is going to punch it.
Yep.
That'll hit.
Yep.
Like, it's an armor class 13, right?
14.
14?
For the
Okay.
werewolf. They're the highest of the...
Well, they get a plus 8, and they've been rolling above 10. So.
Yeah, there you go.
This one, 6, 11.
Okay. Still alive with 1 hit point.
He's going to punch it.
And the other punch. No, that's good. We want him to overdamage things.
That's more than enough to kill
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Any hit basically killed him.
Yeah. He smashes it, and this one shoulders in. This time, you can, especially since you're in a wild shape form, you begin to make them out a little bit more clearly.
Okay. The same Felix stole our children?
No.
Okay.
Do they have like a copyright tag on them? So it's
What is this one?
Felix
What
Navy?
kind? is
They're
it?
both Earth.
They're both
Oh,
earth elementals.
Both Earth. Okay.
They're both giant walking rocks.
Okay.
It sounds like a stereotypical giant, very, very large, very, very slow and drawn out, but that's what you begin to make out. Now, the fire elemental. 5, 10, 15, 20. See, it's a good thing you blew up all those last night, because then the fire elemental could easily walk through without any trouble.
That's just taunting.
The table begins to catch on fire and slowly burn. This one moves onto the wolf. The wolf catches fire, takes 2 fire damage, and then he's going to get hit twice by the fire attack. 18 and 25.
Those the attack rolls or the damage?
Those are the attack rolls.
Yeah, they're both hit. Yep.
6. 19 fire damage.
Okay.
And your wolf is currently on fire. Lastly, the magma method, singular, is going to attack you, boss. And it realized after attacking you that was a stupid idea. 10.
It smacks me like, bah!
It should have. It could have breathed fire, could have heated metal, could have done literally anything except a stupid attack.
Regrets it.
We're doing like, no, my hands are mostly full. We're just, like,
Yeah. Haas, it's your turn.
Okay. Haas is going to,
The wolf wall is beginning to crumble.
right. Haas is going to step back and take
Melt,
a-
more
take a-
accurately.
9.
That was what I was hoping for. Okay.
I'm sure.
So like Hoss kind of bats at it and takes a step back and reinserts the wand and is going to shoot at it.
Shoot it!
The Mephit.
Shoot the Mephit.
Sorry. 14.
Using
That'll
the
hit.
thunder cannon or the wand?
Thunder
Thunder
cannon.
cannon. Okay.
Wand's
The-
tapped.
You know, like the one that has 7 charges, I use 6 at a go.
Nice.
Yeah.
And anything that deserves it.
Yeah.
It's a good
It's
strategy.
basically hit one big thing for a lot.
It's like this is our party's light anti-tank.
Go ahead and roll.
So it's your grenade launcher, basically.
Let's see. So 13 piercing and 4 thunder.
Now, let me just double check. Yep, they have no resistances or vulnerabilities. So, bam!
Crack.
The blast goes off. It explodes. Magma rains everywhere.
So I moved 2,
Rain of
3,
fire.
4, 5, 6.
But it has no effect on anybody because you were smart enough to get out of
it
the
was
way.
away from it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's me.
I don't have any more magma
Earth
effects to blow
elementals
up.
look bloodied.
What?
Do any of the earth elementals look in bad shape?
No.
Yikes.
Oh, jeez. No, that's not.
What are your higher level spells? Or upcast your thunder waves?
I don't think this was updated with my. Oh, okay, no, wait.
Lacey, it's your turn.
Hypnotic pattern.
Here we go. I gotta
That
go.
pattern might be very useful here, actually.
Totally could.
Not really
bad.
used that
So it's-
one.
I'm thinking,
And phantasmal force, blindness, deafness.
Oh, totally. Yeah. Hold on. So
Blindness deafness might be okay.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Hypnotic
5,
pattern is really good.
6,
Okay, I'm
take
gonna
a
see if I can.
Okay.
look it.
7.
Do you want a book?
Haha.
Yeah,
About my 35
How many
feet.
hit points are you down?
I only have 4 left.
Oh,
Yeah.
you were injured. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not doing so great.
crap. So I'm gonna aim for the guy that I have.
After your turn, move
Which is
closer
why
to
I
me.
moved all the way
Yeah,
over there.
This one?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and knock him into the fire elemental. I don't know if it'll work.
I mean, you have that option.
That's a
Yes,
good
I'm
idea.
definitely going to be trying to
Okay,
get a little
so
bit further
that's gonna be a
away.
13 and a 17.
Both of those will hit. Wait, hold on. Only the 17 hits.
Understood. I will, however, get that extra damage.
One blast ricochets off the stonework, or off the stone elemental, slams into the roof.
Okay. However,
The other one,
not too shabby. So that's 5 necrotic and 4 force. Oh, sorry, 6 force because +2
oh, you have the, I thought you took the +2 charisma.
for the augment for damage. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you didn't take that.
No, I did.
Oh, okay.
I've had it this entire time.
He can also swap it in and out each level, so one
That's
level he
true.
might not have it, one level
My
he
plan
might
is to
have
swap it out.
Total of 11, right? 53?
Yes. And it's
Okay.
going to be pushed back 10 feet into the fire element.
Yes.
Burn, baby, burn. Tactics.
The first time it enters a creature's space.
It's
So-
the fire element.
Or a creature starts its turn there, so on its own sort of turn. it
Oh,
might-
shoot, yeah.
Right.
It'll still
Or
count.
no?
Yeah. It just doesn't happen right this second.
When it starts its turn.
Apparently,
Pretty good.
it only says when a creature
Yeah.
enters a space.
Yeah.
So as it slams forward, the
stupid.
the fire elemental kind of holds it off.
Man, I was hoping it was a tap.
Oh, no fiery damage for that?
0? Not even like slamming into the
A
guy.
fiery
takes
hand?
damage?
If you attack it, do you take damage with the fire elemental?
He's standing there. He didn't move out of the way.
He takes
Shoot, I guess.
a little bit of fire damage.
Yes.
And I'm contemplating having a magma method show up and attack you.
No, but then I can hit him into that guy and have him explode.
So
Playing billiards over here.
Yeah.
you're playing Russian roulette with a loaded gun is what you're doing.
How's it looking, by the way, damage-wise? It's looking pretty chipped away, or?
Before the fire damage, it started to look blood.
Okay, so we're getting
You
there.
are still not stumbled on its vulnerability. That ends Lysander's
Oh
turn.
shoot! I was gonna.
I just keep
You
shooting.
hear the sounds of something slamming into the roof, and kind of like a watery effect hit the roof, and then you hear a halfling voice shout, "Ha! Saw it coming!"
Actually,
Desmond, it's your turn.
Okay,
I didn't get to do my top
I
as a
will-
free action thing. Never mind.
attempt
I was gonna
hypnotic
yell.
pattern.
Okay. How far does that
I keep
affect?
forgetting
Who
the-
It
does that affect?
goes 30 feet.
It's like a 30 by 30?
Yeah,
And also,
the range is 120 feet. Each creature in a 30-foot cube who can see must make a wisdom save. So that mean would I have to be like, close your eyes, guys, or like would it affect you,
it's more-
or
It would
only
affect
the
you.
enemy?
You aim the cube. That's,
It might affect me. I'm pretty good at wisdom saves, but
wait, is it a radius
Twisting pattern
around
of
you?
colors inside a 30-foot cube, so 6 by 6.
Oh yeah, you specify the space.
yes, you can
Oh,
either so
okay.
you can either try just these two, or you could try all of us. There's good reasons to do
And
either.
then
You can
wisdom
shape it.
save, they will become charmed, incapacitated, and 0.
Oh yeah.
Just kind of stare.
I don't think she can.
Go for it.
Can she?
Well, she can center it wherever she wants. Is all I
Right,
mean.
yeah.
Yeah.
They can only hit 2 of any of those 3.
Okay.
Unless you
Kind of feel like maybe I should try to get the fire guy since I doubt he's going to be affected by fire bolts.
You
But
can
I
also
don't-
just get
yeah.
these 3
These 3.
if you want.
Sacrificing your wolf.
Yeah. I mean, the wolf might make a save. You never know.
But if I do it that way, I can just get those 2.
Yeah,
Right.
sure.
Maybe I'll just go for that then, I guess.
Just those 2?
yeah.
Okay. What's your save DC?
Save DC. What is?
Pretty good.
It's under your spell
Oh,
casting.
what?
Well, let's see. It's +3 for your level, and then what's your charisma bonus?
Charisma bonus 3.
12, 13, 14. Your save DC is 14.
Okay.
That should be on your third sheet?
Sorry. Oh, okay.
14.
Oh, okay.
That's your save.
Okay.
Alright. They have a +0, which means they need a 14 or higher.
Nice.
That's a 16
Damn.
for that one because I'm moving left to right. And a 6 for the Dow. The one with the giant hammer.
Okay.
As you summon the hypnotic pattern, these twisting, curling, colorful lights, all the colors of the rainbow, this one was raising up a fist to slam it down into the wolf, and it just kind of stops, and then it just slowly raises his hands up towards the lights. The other one seems completely, like, just ignoring it. Like, no, that's not of interest.
Okay.
Do you want to roll nature to see if you know anything about these guys?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Okay, so that's 16.
Alright, are you trying to learn about the fire elementals or the earth elementals?
There's 2 earth elementals, so maybe those first.
Okay. So you learn that earth elementals are kind of the embodiment of the elemental plane of Earth's emotions. They tend to not be very good creatures, but they also are kind of just neutral. You also know that since they're made entirely of Earth, they don't stand up well to thunderous blasts. Kind of like setting off dynamite in a mountainside.
Okay.
That ends your turn, Jesmo?
Can I still move, or am I?
You can move if
Yeah.
you want.
All right. I think I'll move a little bit further back to. We'll go like here.
Jarlaxle is going to hop on you. Do you resist?
He's riding all of us
He
together.
hops on you, and he says, well, this is a little strange. And he reaches over and he stabs. He's an intelligent guy, so yeah, he stabs towards the unaffected elemental. 8 plus 8, 16. He, unfortunately, his blow glances off the earth elemental's hide, having no effect. Then he's going to stay on the steed because it's fun. Bruce.
When you get a direwolf steed. I'll bite that earth elemental.
The unaffected one?
Yeah, correct. The one who's not hypnotically patterned. Yeah, hit 21. So that's 7, 10 non-magical piercing, and a saving throw.
Okay. Hold on. I'm just assuming he'll fail. Oh, no, actually he stays.
Okay. And then a crit from the other direwolf.
God damn it.
11 plus 7.
I just want to kill you guys.
18, 21 non-magical piercing from the other direwolf.
I mean, I'm bored of the campaign. You guys just won't let me kill you off. Keep showing up at my house.
Yes. I didn't even want you. She didn't even invite you this week.
I mean, I'll just take the chips and leave if you need.
So, the two earth elements, or, yeah, he gets to save, but it will have no effect. He saves. That ends your turn.
That is the end of my turn.
Tear into this earth elemental.
But we're biting dirt and rock, which is not the most effective.
More rock than dirt.
Yeah.
The earth elemental is going to slam both of its fists down towards Bruce.
Yep.
That'll be a hit.
I have 16, but I'm assuming he's got a high bonus. So
Like I said, he's got a +8, so if he rolls 10 or higher, if it's double digits on the die, he hits. The other one is a 14 plus 8, so that's also a hit.
yep, there you go.
And I'm going to need a concentration check from you.
Oh sure. I'm assuming 2 actually.
Yep. DC 10.
Okay. Fives. Okay, both succeed.
Oh, you take 12 and 15, total of 27.
Okay.
Are you still in?
I'm still in wolf form.
Okay. That one does nothing. The fire elemental moves into the wolf.
Oh, jeez.
The wolf will take
Channel them all.
4 fire damage,
Mm-hmm.
and then is going to get attacked. 19 and 25.
To hit, yeah.
Yeah. 10 and 10, so total of 20 fire damage.
Yeah, he's gone.
Oh, he's gone?
Yep, that was enough. That second was enough to kill him.
Oh, boy.
Fire elemental closes in on you.
We're running out of animal friends.
Hoss.
Correction, we're out of animal friends.
Oh, no.
Hoss is going to move over here and cast.
Don't
Cure
forget you're
wounds.
concentrating. Okay.
Yep. So you get. Jasmal gets. 6 hit points back.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Wow. Wait, how come? Was that a 1?
Yeah.
You only get your wisdom modifier. You don't get
Intelligence.
your intelligence modifier. You don't get the full thing.
Oh.
Yeah, you don't get your proficiency added to it.
Okay. So hang on. So 3.
Oh, okay.
All right, that was your action.
And yeah.
Do you want to
so-
learn about fire elementals?
Yeah,
See if you know
yeah.
anything about it? Or not learn, but see if you remember anything.
What? I was.
You know who really knows about fire elementals?
Felix?
Felix.
I guess, yeah, I'll see if I can discern the nature of the fire elemental.
That'd be a nature check.
Nice.
18.
Nice. Okay. You learn fire elementals are from the elemental plane of fire.
Mm-hmm.
They are also a semi-neutral force, but they don't tend to take well to being summoned here. And they have no vulnerabilities that you know of, but they also aren't as effective as the earth elementals are.
Okay. Don't they take damage if they're hit with water? Or am I confused with...
There are spells that has a spell, I think you call it a carrier or something.
I don't know
Like,
the technical term.
The phrase or rider.
Yep, the
Phrase,
yes.
Yeah, the rider.
Someone will say, does
Some of
extra
the,
damage.
Yeah,
to-
some of the spells will say deal damage to this type of thing.
Okay.
Okay.
But no, fire elementals do not have any sort of vulnerabilities to
It's not splashing water on one doesn't do anything.
no, nothing like that.
Cool.
Probably steam a lot.
Okay, so I guess Hoss yells out the earth elementals are stronger, focus on them. No, well, no. Just they're stronger. Don't focus on what you want.
Just do what you want.
I just insist,
Licensing.
follow your
Your
bliss,
turn.
whatever you do.
My turn. First things first, gonna keep circling around. 3. I yell out the window. Talking is a free action.
Nice.
If a Felix happens to be here, it'd be great if we could have some help.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh boy, here we go. Where did my dice go? Oh, they're sitting on. I'm gonna use the one that's more friendly. Wow. Jeez, this thing. 5?
He's very engrossed in his activities right now.
Yeah.
You
The wind is
haven't
closed.
realized
The
how
wind is closed.
fast and how far you've been running. You're a little out of breath.
Yeah, I did great.
Felix is following his bliss.
I'm gonna go ahead and shoot the earth element.
Go ahead and truth here with elemental.
Then watch the dice are nice to me. 24 and
Not
18.
a bad thing.
Nice.
Yeah, but I would need help.
Earth elemental armor class is 17.
So it definitely hits.
Nice.
Great. Oh, sorry.
Wait a
And
minute.
not-
Hit Jasmine.
Okay.
not good.
It's okay. A lot of things have been
9
done.
and 5 plus 2 on each. So that's 11 and
Hex.
7. So 18 plus my hex.
Twice.
So, sorry, yes. So 3
1,
and 4.
25.
Nice.
And it gets pushed back up to 20 feet. Not that it does much at the moment.
You want to
considering
push
I
into the fire elemental again?
I could push him into the remains of the table. Just like, how many? 1. Actually, you move them. So they can...
Move you over there. You can
Alright.
kind of get them that way.
Sure. So shot on the run. I'll run up.
And
to
your
the
turn?
window. Yeah, I end my turn running up to the window.
You don't get a.
No, it's only when they use their action or reaction to move.
Okay.
And it looks really damaged. Hopefully.
Well, yeah, it's been looking pretty damaged for a while now.
Yeah.
They're big old sacks of hit.
It just did 25 points of damage.
Yep. And you took off a sizable chunk. You hear the sounds of Felix seemingly somewhat out of breath. He starts talking to himself, apparently. Well, we're in for it now. Thought for sure that would take care of that one. Well, don't worry. I got one more trick up my sleeve. And then you hear an explosion, not unfamiliar to what you just heard from Haas with the magic missile. Desmond, it's your turn.
Okay.
Never enough time.
I will try to move. Let's see. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4,
Totally have a cocktail
5,
accent.
6,
Okay.
and
Hit him.
try to do a thunder. If I do a thunder wave, will it affect?
If you damage that guy, it'll unstun him. He's essentially unstunned.
Oh, right.
right.
Don't touch
Ooh,
him.
okay,
Don't
right.
So maybe go back to.
Oof. Right. Okay.
You can hit
You
that.
you moved here
I
already.
did.
so
Yeah. Okay.
He's disabled.
If you have some other spell, like that blind spell, maybe?
I do have blindness, deafness.
Pop that on the fire elemental. If you can.
Okay, I'll give that a try.
He makes a save.
What?
You
Oh,
don't
I
have to
see.
roll.
14. What is it? It's a Constitution save?
Constitution save.
Yeah, he rolled a 20.
Oh, okay.
So he's able to resist your blind spell. As it slams into him, you watch as his face goes dark and kind of slowly turns to stone and then just drops out. And then another face reemerges from the flames.
All right.
Is that end your turn?
I'll call up to Felix and see if maybe I can persuade him to come down too.
All right.
Can I
You're
do
very
that?
Go ahead and
persuasive.
roll.
Good thinking.
Come on, Bard. Come on.
That's a 2.
Add your
Wow.
bonuses. You're pretty good persuasion, right?
Yeah, that really doesn't add up to much.
That's a plus 9.
Wait, no.
11.
Yeah,
Did she just get better
11.
than all of us by rolling a 2?
She's very persuasive.
Is
That's
it
her
enough?
job.
Yeah. She's an expert at persuading people.
You feel like you may have been heard. Not sure if you got their attention. You might have confused it with a different voice.
How many are there here?
That ends your turn?
Yeah.
Darlaxle
With wizards,
says,
you're never sure.
"We've almost got him!" And he leaps off of you, lands here, and runs over here and stabs at the avatar.
Kill stealer.
That's something stupid.
A high number.
So, unfortunately, with his non-magical weapon that he has to borrow, he doesn't do much damage as he kind of chips at the stones like, nah! Alright, Bruce, it's your turn.
Okay.
Step through the fire.
The fire.
No.
Destroy.
Aww, so dramatic. Opportunity.
I'll leap on the table though. That would be kind of fun.
Alright, make an athletics check.
Actually, yeah, sure.
Let's do that. What's the wolves' athletics? Actually, before I do that, I'll use a second level spell slot to heal myself 13,
Okay.
and then gotta mark that off. And then an athletics check for the wolf. 13.
Alright. You're able to leap onto the table?
Yep.
Are you going to circle around while staying in contact?
Yeah, that was my point. Because I wanted to get at the.
Alright.
Get at the earth elemental, see if you can't have a shot at finishing this. Crit.
Alright.
Nice.
What about the other one?
What was the other die?
Oh, you have advantage. Never mind.
Yeah. Back tactics. 8, 10, 13 non-magical piercing to the earth elemental.
Alright. The earth elemental looks pretty rough.
Okay. That was my turn.
Okay. The earth elemental shouts out something in a language you don't fully understand.
Oh, I thought you can write it down. You already gave me.
Yeah, he was enunciating his words.
Okay.
This is more of a communication between allies.
Yes.
The fire elemental steps into your space. Then 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So, Direwolf, you are on fire and you take 10 fire damage. At the beginning of your turn, you will continue to take fire damage until you put yourself out as an action.
Yeah. Nasty.
The fire elemental is then going to punch you, Jasmine.
Great.
That's a 9.
That would, knock me.
No, it is.
What?
That was to hit.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So you're fine.
Okay.
You dodge out of the way.
Okay.
Okay.
I was like,
As you dodge out of the way, the fire elemental changes tactics. Slides into the space,
Doggone it.
igniting that one on fire.
He knows how it works. No. Damn it! He's using our own tactics.
Maybe it will wake him up.
This is why I wanted to.
As the
throw a bit of
earth
guy in.
elemental that was focusing on the hypnotic pattern suddenly begins to burn, its focus shifts back to you, Jasmine. And this fire elemental is then going to punch you.
Oh, it gets 2.
Well, many things around this level get at least two.
11.
okay,
will
it
miss.
doesn't hit.
This one is going to turn and attack you.
Yeah, sure.
So is that a continuous effect?
Yes. Until she uses an action to put herself out, she will continue to burn.
No, I meant the color, the hypnotic
Yeah,
pattern.
technically
Oh.
you get a... No, you didn't get hit, so you're still concentrating on it, technically.
Yeah, it's still
okay.
going, but nobody's been affected by it.
Okay. I just wondered if like something that keeps affecting people in its area.
So that's 2 14s, totaling up at 22.
Natural 14s.
Yeah.
Yep, there you go.
You take 14 bludgeoning from the first,
That knocks me out of the wolf.
and 15 bludgeoning from the second.
Does it have reach?
Total of 29.
Does it have reach?
Yes.
Okay.
Also, it could just move into you.
Yeah, sure. I'm just checking.
Total of 29 minus whatever you took from the wolf.
Yeah. Whew.
Stays right up
In
on
theory, one of these guys is a challenge for a whole party.
you. No, in theory, one of these guys is a medium encounter for your whole party.
It's true.
A medium encounter lasts maybe 15, 30 minutes, and nobody even feels all that challenge.
That's true.
This is meant to kill us.
So, Hoss,
Well,
you
okay.
have proven in the past that you have broken the challenge rating
Yeah,
system.
no.
Hoss, it's your
I mean,
turn.
yeah, because I tried throwing an earth elemental into a fire elemental. We're that kind of party.
It's fine. It's good to know where the upper limit is.
You haven't even found your upper limit. Nobody's down yet.
Also, going to move over here and fire at the elemental.
Okay.
We're getting pretty close, though.
Yeah, I'm like 10 points away.
Oh, wait, I've been hit literally once.
Hit.
All right. How do you destroy this
Nice.
elemental?
I'm thinking I'm firing center mass again,
Sure.
but it just it's so weakened it just shatters like a chunk right into it.
Yeah. As your bullet slams into it, it kind of breaks through and kind of pierces through like a Full Metal Jacket. And then as the thunder kind of echoes outward, it's kind of
Like kind of crack shatters around it
yeah,
and crumbles.
it's kind of reaching in towards its wound as it all just shatters into rubble. This is all difficult terrain.
Okay.
Oh, that's fun. They become difficult to run.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Nice.
Does that end your turn? You're still
Yeah,
concentrating on
yeah.
Shield of Faith.
Yep, that is my turn.
All right. Lysander.
Bonus action. Shift the hex that would have gone away because I could do this when he dies. Over to, actually,
Oh, Fire Elemental?
that guy.
Okay.
I want to take him out. He's doing a ton of damage. Going to go ahead and attack 2 Eldritch Blasts. Easy lemon squeezy. I always throw it over there. Oh, got a nat 20 on one.
Roll it on your keyboard.
I could do that.
So like on this if you want.
So, nat 20 on one, 15 on the other. Or, sorry. Nat 20 on one, 20 on the other.
Both of those hit.
Good. So for one I'm rolling, remind me for your crits. Because I actually haven't gotten one.
Roll twice, add the modifier once.
Sure.
So it'll be a total of 3 times.
It's close.
So that's
I almost got it. in there.
Almost got it there.
roll damage twice.
Yeah.
For it. So that's
And then add the modifier once.
so 4 plus 2 is 6. Plus this. So that's 12 total damage from the first.
Nice.
Okay.
What?
Did you just do everything you could to avoid rolling the
roll up against the dice tray. It'll stop the dice from going too far.
Let's just let it end up that quick.
Okay.
You can do it.
There we go.
Wow, look, you don't hit the minions.
Oh, shut up.
How did you
And
do on the
it's-
second round?
11.
11?
Oh, you guys.
Also, it's going to be pushed back up to 20 feet. Let's see.
5, 10, 15, 20.
And finally, talking is a free action. Felix could use some help.
Go ahead and roll a persuasion check.
Yes, he could.
Watch me get a 2 again. That's much better. With my persuasion, that's 16.
Okay. Does that end your turn?
Yes.
Alright.
Finally, oh my god. I rolled something other than a 2.
We're
when I'm
doing
trying to do-
fine.
Well, now we are.
I unfortunately don't have a perfect representative of Felix.
Well,
But
Oh, do you want? I have a mini.
do you actually have a mini for
I
Felix?
have a halfling looking.
I mean, I have a halfling-looking mage. I just don't have one that looks like Felix. I'll use mine because it's
That's
more
fine.
like a mage.
That's fine.
I was hoping you had a leprechaun in it.
Nope.
So, as you stick your head down, you watch as floating down from the heavens is about 3 foot tall, give or take, flowing green rows of black and silver kind of writing on the hem. I forget what that's called. As well as a very curly red hair and full mutton chops, and something that kind of looks like a top hat, and a staff in his hand as he floats down. And he says, "What's all this you be talking about then?"
elementals in there.
Oh,
Help.
of course there's elementals. There'll be elementals all over in this place.
Why? Why are there elementals?
Because this is the Spire Forest. That's 6 seconds.
He's like, I'm sorry, our time is up.
He's floating down, and that was his turn, was to float down and talk to you.
Oh my god.
Desmond, it's your turn.
Okay.
So is this just what he does every day?
All right. I will try to do
You can ask him.
On my turn, yeah.
a thunder wave against that one, I guess.
Sure.
Yeah.
Just move you over. Actually, no, you'll be fine. You can hit him there. Go ahead and
Okay.
roll. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay. And that's a D8, right?
Yeah.
Unless you want to use a higher level spell slot. You have up to 3rd level spell slots, so maybe it's a good time to use those.
All right.
Depending on
maybe,
what you've already used.
Okay, so I could move it up to a D10. Is that right?
You
Or-
can add D8.
Oh, I add
Add
D8s.
dice.
Oh, okay.
So you can do up to 4D8.
Okay.
If you use your third
yeah,
level.
might as
What
well.
have you done? What have you done so far?
I have done
Couple first level
a level
thunder waves.
1, a level 3, and a level 2. as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, what level did you want to do this next one at?
Might as well do it at 3 and see if that'll.
All right. So that'll be 2, 3, 4d8. Go ahead and roll
Okay.
4d8.
3,
4,
1.
6, 11. It natural 20 on its save. So as this thunder blast hits, halves, but then doubles because it's vulnerable to the damage. So you watch as the stone kind of cracks a bit. There he is. He now looks bloodied as his bits are falling off. And just because this is a Dow and this is actually an elemental, I'm gonna swap them.
He's back to life. Oh no!
But the other one suddenly died for no reason. That ends your turn.
Yeah.
Jarlaxle is going to run in here, stab it, fail, fall back, and says, "Don't worry, I got you, Bruce.
Wait, who's got you? No, wait.
Nobody needs me." Bruce. Wait, no, sorry. Yeah, Bruce, it's your turn.
Yeah.
Thunderwave.
Yeah, if only I'd memorized something like that today. This is more of a,
I'm just saying, because then you could hit Jarlaxle with the Thunderwave.
yes, fire fastball special. I'll knock you into him.
Also, we could save on our bill.
I'll use a
Yeah,
second.
500 silver or gold pieces. It's a sizable sum.
I'll use a healing word on myself.
Okay.
So 4 plus 4, so I heal 8.
Nice.
That's something.
And
Then I will.
What else? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
then,
And I'll use Primal Savagery, so I actually get Wolverine claws and slash at him.
what is that damage again?
It actually does acid damage for some reason.
Cool.
Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll to attack.
19 versus armor class.
That hits.
Nice.
It's a 2d8,
2d10 actually.
2d10.
10 acid damage.
All right. You roach it.
That's weird.
I'm trying to think of like a way to like describe that.
Well, no, they describe it. It's just weird. They say your fingernails sharpened, ready to deliver corrosive attack. What? You channel primal magic to cause your teeth or fingernails to sharpen, ready to deliver a corrosive.
It's like they picked an adjective out of a hat.
Yeah, it should just be magical slashing. I don't know why.
Somebody
Alright.
at the office wrote
Or even
spell check.
poison you could kind of.
Yeah.
Earth Elemental. Oh, sorry. Jasmine, you did not get lit on fire. Bruce,
Oh.
you got lit on fire.
Oh, but then it turned out of wolf form.
You were still burning.
What? I lose everything else when I change.
No, you don't.
Yes, you
I don't even keep my equipment when I change.
Yeah, if you were literally on fire.
Fine.
You take fire damage.
It's gonna knock me out.
5 fire damage.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wait, really? You just used a healing word on yourself.
Yeah, and I was down to 10 hit points, so then I go up to 18, so now I'm back down to 13.
Yeah, okay.
I mean,
You're
getting
fine.
knocked
Oh, so
out.
you're not knocked out.
No,
Yeah, okay.
but it just turned on me, right?
Yes.
Sorry, that's
Your
what-
elemental's going to
As
hit.
I expected, it would knock me out.
20.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
15 bludgeoning damage.
Rocks me out.
Did anybody watch the video I shared in the Facebook group?
Yes.
Okay. Your elemental steps on your head to make sure you're dead.
Oh, whoa! Are you serious?
No, not really.
Okay.
Does an 18 hit your armor class?
It does my armor class with Shield of Faith on.
2 failed death saves.
Are you serious?
You just got curbs down by an elemental.
Alright, who's got a health potion?
Does a 19 hit you?
Yes.
You take 9 fire damage.
Okay, that would also put me. Yeah.
I'm glad I called for the mage.
Yeah, no, thank you for doing that.
Fucking 4. Jesus. It misses. Got a 12. Alright. Boss, your turn.
I'm going to think better of sliding over the table and run around to here and use Cure Wounds on you.
Thank you.
Higher? 10.
Nice. Thank you.
Except for the other one. Not quite, because you're still down. But
But I have other healing spells, so.
Now that you've been revived, all of your death saves are nullified. Is that end your turn, Hoss?
yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. Lysander.
Oh, I'm gonna step out of the way for this guy.
The real problem is getting Kudakron before, just when you're the next one in line.
what's the
That's the
table
real
next to me?
problem.
What's on the table?
Yes, do we have any potions or anything?
Yeah. Every single one of these tables is full of glassware in the midst of making potions or having distilling different things.
Okay.
It's a
It's
laboratory.
an alchemical lab.
Alright,
Yeah.
Felix, what's to my left right now?
How the fuck do I know? I haven't been in there.
Oh my god, what? and
Great conversation.
I'd imagine he'd know.
I'm just a simulacrum.
What?
What?
He didn't even send it himself.
He's busy.
I mean, yeah. Okay, I take the first potion I see there. What do I have available color-wise?
Brown, green, blue, red, yellow.
Green.
Chartreuse.
Chartreuse.
Chartreuse?
I'll take the chartreuse.
Okay, you take the chartreuse.
And I'm throwing it at that guy.
Okay, roll a percentile dice.
Oh god, what?
Oh man.
Oh no, it's in progress. Oh boy. This way. 49.
49?
No.
Yes.
Alright. Remind me, what color is chartreuse again?
I did
It's a dark
Blue?
pink.
Is it
It's a dark pink.
Dark pink? Okay.
There's a word for that.
Actually, no, I'm wrong.
Red.
It's magenta. Magenta's dark.
Yeah.
Does anybody know what color
Your
chartreuse
chartreuse
is?
is a greeny. I think it's
Is it
a green.
green?
It's
Okay.
like a sickly green.
Hold on.
So he watches the chartreuse vial busts over the elemental and it takes 5 acid damage.
Oh, cool.
My armor is not pink, it's light red.
I was thinking it was
There's
pink.
a word for
It's a
it.
chartreuse.
Yeah, that's between yellow and green. Here we
Okay.
go. Alright.
It seems to be some sort of acid as it burns.
Oh, no, not even a little.
Neat. Not as effective as my spells, but it was worth a shot.
Okay.
And I don't think I
The
have
color
any
between
other,
yellow and green.
I don't think I had any other bonus
It's a plant.
actions I can use. So
It's named after a French liquor called chartreuse.
there we go.
Okay.
Which was green, which maybe
All
made
right,
from
that ends your turn.
That was my standard action to throw it, correct? So,
This Felix flies in. After assessing the battlefield.
No, it's not actually a plant.
Jesus, what the hell is...
I just figured out something I could
What
have.
the hell is 13 plus 9? 22?
yes.
It is, damn it. Okay. So, as he floats in, takes the staff, and he says, "Back into the pits with you, you beast!" That one is shattered.
High-level mages are good friends to have.
It seems like he used some sort of thunder wave. Because he knows a lot about elementals.
Yes.
You also hear the sounds of some sort of... What is it? Okay. Some sort of fiery blast up on the roof. Something's still going on up there.
Someone's still having fun.
Desmond, it's your turn.
What can I do?
That's
Do I have
saving
to do
throw.
saving?
That's
yeah.
the only
Okay.
choice.
Okay. That's not it.
That's a
Okay.
success.
Nice.
All right.
So mark that somewhere, because it
Okay.
may matter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
We're probably going to heal you before that,
You
but
have
you
a
never
little
know.
track. On
Yeah, I
your sheet.
see it. I don't want to mark it on this one. I'll just make my own little.
Oh, I totally forgot that part. So, you watch as Jarlaxle runs over. Bruce, make a perception check.
Sure. 15.
Okay. You watch as he pulls out a potion of healing, pops it, and he kind of grabs you by the front of your shirt, lifts you up, and says, "Man, I hope you're worth it." You heal 7 hit points.
So
Oh,
back
okay.
away.
Nice. Yay.
You wake up with Jarlaxle holding you by the front of your armor.
Okay.
Bruce, it's your turn.
Okay. Produce flame probably isn't a good idea against a fire elemental.
You could try it. See what happens.
There's only one way to know.
You could add to its max.
Make it even bigger.
I'll use another healing word on my second level healing word on myself.
It makes it fire
Or,
over
no,
there
first level,
and
sorry.
draws fire away from it.
Oh, could you please mark off 1 failure because you were burning?
Oh, okay.
Although
But then you woke
none
up,
of it
so it
matters.
doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Okay.
Yeah. I was like, oh right, she was supposed to fail a death saving throw because of the fire.
Yeah, auto fail. Yep, okay. Primal Savagery.
Okay.
Yes, 24 versus armor class. That's a hit.
Oh, and Bruce, you were still on fire, so you take 1 point of fire damage.
Okay, yep.
And what did you roll on your attack?
24?
Yeah, that'll hit. They do not seem as hard to hit as the earth elementals.
Okay, 14 acid damage.
Okay.
Okay. That's my turn.
All right. The fire elemental does not. Oh. As you slam your primal attack into this, the fire recoils, and you take 3
Okay.
fire damage.
Yes, for touching something fiery.
Yes.
Sure.
That ends your turn.
It does.
All the earth elementals have been destroyed. Fire elemental is going to attack Jarlaxle because everything else is on fire.
It's my work here is done.
And Jarlaxle, wearing his booty shorts, is not able to resist the flames. Jarlaxle catches on fire. It is then going to turn around and lash out at Bruce. Because you were the one actually hitting it.
Yep, sure.
But it only rolled an 11.
Okay,
And
that
you,
misses me.
You still have Sacred Defense or whatever up.
Shield of Faith.
Yeah.
Yes. That ends their turn. Haas, it's yours.
Okay. Haas is going to run around to get a clear shot. I would get... He gets cover if I shoot through here, right?
It gets +2 cover.
Okay, yeah. So I run around for a clear shot.
Okay.
And I'm gonna take a shot.
Go ahead and take your shot.
Nice.
25.
That hits. Roll damage. Lysander, you're on deck.
I will be.
6 piercing and 6 thunder.
So piercing is halved, and then you said 6 thunder?
Yep.
Okay. The blast carves through and the flames kind of look up into the sky and disappear immediately.
Cool.
Deprived of fuel. Lysander, you're up.
You know what I'm doing. Yeah. Okay, 20 and 21.
It's probably all non-magical piercing slashing blood.
What'd you say?
20 and 21.
Both of those
That's
hit.
my wolf one is effective, I bet you.
Yeah, your wolf was effective. I mentioned that, right? At the beginning of the battle?
No, it hurt, but was less than I might have expected normally.
Right.
All right, so in total I have between these 3, 6. That sucked. 10 total damage between the two,
Okay.
and it's going to be pushed.
Even with a double hex? Or do you only hit once?
Oh no, I rolled terribly on my damage.
Push it.
So I'm going to push it.
Push it real good. Huh. Push it.
I'm only going to push it a little bit because I know that I don't want to push it directly.
Anybody know much about a wizard water spell? Like
Create water?
There is a create a wall.
Splash.
No, there's one that's like tidal wave. There's a tidal wave spell.
any idea what level it is?
5th or 6th,
Does he have every spell?
No.
but he might have the right spell.
Also, I'm not seeing it on the wizard spell list.
It might not be.
That might be a druid.
Oh no, tidal wave, 3rd level, conjuration.
Hold on here. Water related
It might be in
spells.
Xanathar. This is Xanathar's elemental evil. You conjure a wave. Do you want the description?
There we go.
Let me see it, and then I'll roll to see if he gets it.
Sure.
Yeah, druids can get tsunami. Yes,
Oh, I didn't even look up tsunami.
watery sphere is an option. Wall of water, tidal wave.
There you
So I
go.
guess it's elemental evil then, because it's not in the player's handbook.
Xanathar's. At the bottom it says all the sources.
Oh, okay. Xanathar's elemental and Prince of the Apocalypse. Okay.
Because water is.
Low level spell. He unfortunately does not roll high enough.
Yep.
So,
There's also apparently a homebrew spell that is water bolt, which is just firebolt, but it fires water. That's a neat idea.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
he shouts, "Away with you, you foul creature!" And the fire elemental disappears. It is not extinguished. Does your hex go across planes?
I believe it sticks around as long as I'm concentrated. It doesn't
think
actually have to be in range.
I think that's
once
the case too.
Once it's been hexed, it doesn't have to
It doesn't
be
really
in
do much, but
range. I mean, yeah, if it needs to make strength ability checks.
It's
while
probably up to
on
you.
plane.
Well, let me just check.
Yeah, double check that. I don't think it'll matter.
Since you're not able to see into the other planes, you won't be able to see into the plane because you have hex. If you get on that plane, you could then be able to know.
Yeah.
So yeah, as far as you can tell, he is nowhere near you.
far, far away.
And Felix kind of dusts himself off and he says, "Well, you probably won't be coming back then. Unless one of you decides to hit me in the face."
Why would we do that?
I don't know. I've met some crazy creatures in my day.
No, we're very grateful for your assistance.
Well, I'll be going all right now.
Do people need our help upstairs?
What? No. My master's got this all well in hand.
No.
You can stay down here if you'd like, or you can follow me up to the roof, or you can fuck off for all I care. Starts going up the stairs.
Wait, you're master? I thought you were Felix.
I am Felix, but I'm not the master.
Who's the master?
He's like,
He said he was a simulacrum.
Oh, well, I know. I'm playing down for.
I'll follow him upstairs.
you also probably
I'll set
have
up.
no real connection with simulacrums.
I have no. Yeah, in character, I have no
I'll
idea.
cast
what you're talking
healing word of 3 on myself. 7.
Let's follow him.
Yes, follow him.
yes.
Totally.
Unless you have better ideas.
No.
Yep.
As well.
We're still in turn order?
No, we're done.
Okay. Yeah, so, in that case, Hoss, dusts off some ash and follows.
You get the sense, even if Felix had heard you, he wouldn't send somebody to help you if he himself was in danger.
May not be that altruistic.
Not even a little bit. So you're going to head up to the roof?
Yes.
Yes, please.
You all arrive on the roof of this very tall tower. Looking down, you can see that there are somewhere between 5 and 6 stories visible. Probably has got a basement down there.
Okay. And how many piles of dead elementals?
Not a lot, because he was mostly not a lot.
Okay.
Many of the elementals don't leave piles, too, I bet you. Earth probably does, but...
Earth leaves something pretty dramatic. Water would leave puddles, but air and fire, they kind of just burn away. They don't leave anything behind.
Okay.
What did I do with my Felix?
The simulacrum you just had? Or?
Yeah, well, the mini.
You must have put it
You must have put him behind the screen. Or did you? Yeah, did put him away?
No. Anyways, you're up on the roof. You can see that there is the Felix, looking like a modern day leprechaun, if that wasn't clear, as well as another one standing there, kind of dusting himself off. You can see he's got smoke and ash, and he's kind of
And they look pretty much identical, right?
pretty much, yeah.
Yep.
One of them looks a little bit rougher, like not as hardy as the other, but the other one doesn't seem particularly strong to begin with. And he turns and he goes, "Ah, visitors! Wasn't expecting you to be around. So, what brings you to my tower? How the fuck did you get in here?"
The teleportation circle. I believe we were expected.
Archmage Vargaso.
Archmage Vargasel, he wasn't sending anybody for another 2 weeks. I talked to him about it.
What?
Was it Valthrin? Was it Vargas? First of all, out of character. Was it Valthrin or Vargasel who sent us?
Vargasel.
It was Vargasel.
Just double checking.
Yeah, sorry. Valvin we haven't seen in a while.
Yeah, he's
been a while.
in a tiny village that nobody feels like going back to.
Well, you haven't
Well-
prompted us to.
We had pretty sudden circumstances that made us have to leave right away. He may not have sent word
Something
adequately,
occurred
but
to me that didn't occur to Hoss.
What was that?
That's what the roll was.
Oh, okay.
Well, I don't know. Should I say it? is to if a teleport mistake happens, can you be knocked time-wise off course?
Can that be
Make
weaponized?
a Arcana check.
Well,
Or
I
you
rolled.
already.
I rolled a 3.
Okay, so you have no idea.
Yeah.
I can also.
So you
grab-
want-
That's why I thought. That's why I thought like something occurred to me that.
Yeah.
That
Oh, yeah. You weren't supposed to be showing up until the current month, whatever that is.
okay.
But this month is the last month.
Did we just go back in time?
Is he
I think-
naming the current month to be the month we think it is?
Hoss says, "Is it?" and then Hoss's date.
No, it's not that date. It can't possibly be that date. I've been keeping very close track of my time.
If we left on the date, is it possible that we
Hoss mean
arrived?
time.
Is it possible that we arrived now?
I think it's more likely he lost track of time than we did.
What? I'd never lose track of time. I'm too smart for that.
Also,
You all need to be shutting up.
Then we time traveled and we gained time.
Well, that's a bonus.
wait, what happens if we go back right now? Will we be? Oh no!
Time is illusion.
Shenanigans.
Time is illusion. Lunchtime doubly so.
No. Time is a flat circle. No one's-
Anyway,
He's just watching you all very confused because he'd swear it was like half a month ago.
Okay, well, so we left on the date and we arrived now. So
that's what happened.
He says,
don't know what to tell you.
sorry
sorry if it
get
didn't-
out of my way. And he starts going down the stairs. Seems to be rushing towards the room.
Okay, so Hoss follow.
follow him.
We're following.
Follow that leprechaun.
While we are furiously following
Do,
him,
do, do, do,
Lysander is
do,
actually
do,
going to
do,
suggest,
do, do.
can you just send us back like right now? We could gain time.
He goes down. He
Again,
starts
I think
pulling
it's more
out.
likely he's not oriented to the date.
Like he goes down one floor and he starts looking through a telescope, like one of those really big sextants, and he starts kind of making notes on a piece of paper.
Also, how did Vargasol know 2 weeks ago they needed to send us
That's
here?
a bigger question. Oh, because he had suggested it to us as a travel method, so that could mean that he'd been planning this all.
It's possible.
Or he's just nuts and has no idea what time it is.
That's possible. He could have been arranging to send us to this way to get to the Underdark, or somebody, some agents.
He did have a month's downtime, like
Yeah.
45 days to coordinate.
Yeah,
a
so like
possibility.
he might have had a plan. It's just we're the ones who ended up going.
Anyway, the
So,
important thing is maybe it'd be nice to be able to rest here a little bit before because we are here obviously and we're trying to.
He's not even listening to you. He's just writing his notes, pulling out a book, flip, 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 flip,
I'm pretty sure we could easily sleep here.
scratching at his mutton chops.
So what floor did we
Probably
arrive?
right.
Right now
Probably
you're
right.
on the one below the roof.
So we're on the 5th floor,
Yeah,
and we arrived on the 4th floor.
right.
So Hoss says to him, "The elementals made kind of a mess of your 4th floor. At least one table was blown up."
By the
The fire elemental did it.
If you care.
So he kind of turns and he pulls out his glasses and he puts them on and he pushes them up. Seems I was mistaken.
Happens to the best.
So we didn't time travel.
Damn it! I wanted to.
No.
Okay.
There's no such thing as time travel.
Okay.
You sure about that?
Yes. All right. Can I offer you a drink?
Damn it.
Yes,
Sure.
please.
And he kind of starts heading down the stairs and he shouts up, what did you call your simulacrum again?
Crumb.
Crumb. He says, Crumb! Get down here and make the drinks! The other Felix comes down the ladder behind you guys. You go down to about the 2nd floor, where you can see a very nice study is arranged. Tables, chairs, couches, a fireplace. No chimney, but plenty of drinks set out.
Yep.
And he says, be careful with the beer. It can really mess you up. I'm experimenting with some new brews for my cousin.
Define mess up.
He supplied the one for the Tavern of Horrors.
Yes.
Get us very drunk or more than that?
More than that.
How many clothes
Okay.
are we going to be missing at the end of the year?
Well, it depends on which barrel you grab. I don't agree with my cousin's choice to open a tavern. Especially not one based on that ridiculous quest that we went on.
It's a pleasant tavern.
Actually runs it pretty well. Good
We
place.
love it there.
A little bit of a tourist trap.
Okay, but it's a good tourist trap.
He points at Bruce. This one, he knows what he's talking about.
Now, hold on a moment there. It's called capitalism. He made something that attracts people.
I'm
I
a
can
democratic socialist.
You're in character. You're one of those. No.
That's why he gave us drinks for free.
Get your drinks. Hurry up. We gotta talk. Or something. I don't know. What? Shut up. Shut up. What? Okay, go ahead.
Hoss grabs a drink and as once he's done that, he kind of like holds out his medical bag and says, like, "Eh,
Like, healing kit, like
yeah."
If you can
Yeah.
heal hit points. yeah.
Starts taking up bandages. No, I can't. Starts taking up
purely for role playing reasons.
bandages and like has you guys like sit near each other and sort of something.
I think good for burns, some ointments.
I will be
I
drinking
do.
beer as I get doctored.
There's regular alcohol. Like, there's regular hard liquor. And then there's the beer barrels.
Oh, okay.
So if you want to drink soft, you risk rolling on the random chart.
I think I'll wait till I'm healed until I
Okay.
start dipping into the crazy beer.
Okay. So you're having some nice liquor?
Yes.
Some scotch or some such?
Yes.
Scotch.
Going to sip
I'll take
on
some of
whatever's
that.
available there. Yeah.
It's not a very exciting scotch.
Why do they call it Scotch? Doesn't make any sense. There's no place called Scott.
Yes, there is, actually. If you look on the map,
Oh, do you
there's
have-
an area that says, fuck you.
Fuck you, Bill.
I mean, that's apt.
There is no place. There is no place called Scott, but they don't. There isn't a. I haven't sufficiently mapped out a specific area to make whiskey that is from that area and come up with a name. It's Scott equivalent.
Drum the grop, droch.
Drumnadrochits.
Well, I was thinking like
Oh,
Scottish.
okay. So he's kind of just flipping through a book, quickly scribbling notes down as you guys kind of tend to yourselves for a little while.
So what was that all about?
What was that all about?
The elementals.
Well, what do you think happens when you camp on the edge of the Spire Forest? It's literally where the elementals come from.
Wait, do you do this every day?
Well, maybe every week.
Doesn't it get exhausting?
No. It's a small price to pay for innovation and knowledge. Points out the window towards the forest. That forest will have more secrets than the greatest library in the land. As soon as I can find them.
The Hoss says, "It's our first time on the continent."
I noticed by your strange tongue. You're lucky I speak your kind of common.
Yes.
Most people won't.
Oh.
I assume we would have received some kind of warning from
Apparently not.
the Archmage if that hadn't been the case.
So what you're saying is I need to cast comprehend languages constantly.
No,
Or-
you
or-
need,
or
you need
speak a
to learn
different
to
language.
speak tongues.
If you're in Scotland, then you definitely do actually have to.
If you look on the map, all of the trees are the Spire Forest.
Yeah.
How are things in the forest lately? We're gonna have to go across there. I'm pretty sure.
Fairly tumultuous.
Is there a don't go here thing?
Yes.
We should go there.
That's the tourism motto: is don't go there.
Well, I mean, if the Archmage says to go there.
What is one
Were you showing the map to everyone so Felix could have seen it?
Sure. Yes.
I thought
We were kind of dramatically showing
Yeah,
it. Felix says, "Oh, that's just Griffin Castle. Don't bother going there. It's full of griffins and all these other weird creatures."
Fair enough reason not to go there, I guess. Especially since it's the wrong way. We need to get to the Hobgoblin camp.
You said there's tumult in the Spire Forest. What type of
Well,
tumult?
it's the Spire Forest. It literally is built on tumultuous chaos, fighting each other. Go anywhere near, and he kind of looks at the map. Ah, the stupid Archmage. Give me the map.
Here.
I love when your characters insult one another. That really makes me happy.
Well, I'll insult you too if you keep mapping me off. He kind of takes the map and he looks at it and he says, right here, and then down here. No, this one up here. And this one over here. And then the last one's right about here. Jump over there.
Okay.
That's where the energies are the strongest. That's where there is always a lot of the elementals of their type. Air, water, earth, fire. Top, bottom.
So going the most narrow part is a terrible idea.
Yes, don't go there.
Okay.
The water will definitely not be friendly.
Well, looks like if we do a straight shot to the Hobgoblin camp, we're actually going between two of the places anyway.
True.
so-
True.
That does not mean you won't get disrupted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of mephits infest the forest because the mephits are four sort of elementals clashing with each other.
So it's not necessarily chaos, it's elemental combat going on there.
They fight each other. They also fight anything else that comes in there. They're basically predicated on destruction.
They're native to the area and the forest is adapted to that?
I wouldn't call them native. The towers themselves are a bygone era. Part of it when the planar calamity happened and the my folk, whatever you call them, the beard wagglers, what do we always call them, when they cocked up the world, they caused this elemental rifts to happen here. They got rifts right here, and then there are also a couple of rifts over to the west that aren't on your map. They can take you back to your home plains if you'd like. I wouldn't recommend going there if you're human. Not a very friendly place. And then there's also the Ash Mountains. They're fine enough, I suppose. Nothing particularly bad about that.
The question mark on this map?
You would know the question mark represents the Archmage has a rough idea of probably where the entrance to the Underdark is.
Oh, okay.
He does not know specifically. The
So,
question mark
right.
is his
It's
best guess.
go here-ish.
Yeah. At this point, you hear a knock on the door, and you hear somebody shouting, "Intruder! Intruder! Here! Master here! Intruder! Intruder! Master here! Here! Master here! Master! Master here! Intruder! Intruder! Master here!"
So there's a downside to casting Simulacrum.
That's not a simulacrum. It was more of like a neutral-ish kind of growly voice. Felix kind of rolls his eyes and says, "Crumb, get the door!" Crumb goes down the stairs behind you. Michael's character. You hear sounds of somebody shouting, "Intruder here! Master here! Intruder! Intruder here! Master!"
How tall's the door?
Taller than you, and it's actually in the shape of a great green devil.
You're lucky
with
it's,
painted black wood.
you're lucky it's not halfling sized.
Do you climb it?
The mouth is the door that you knocked
Do you
on.
find yourself strangely reluctant to touch the great green devil mouth?
The door swings open, and there is a 3-foot tall halfling standing there in green robes, red hair, top hat, monocle.
Kind of,
Oh, look
Look-
at you. You'll be a tall fellow, ain't you?
yeah, then I'll kind of kneel down a little bit, squat down,
He appreciates being able to see somewhat closer to your eye.
somewhat. Excuse me. You have problems here?
Every damn day. Would you like a drink?
Ale?
Yes.
Yes!
Halfling hospitality to extend a drink to any who come to the door. He kind of gestures in. You step in?
I'll look around. I step in.
The door is like 15 foot tall. Inside, you can see like a waiting room with a carpet, fireplace, and he kind of points to the stairs. He says, "Up on the second floor, where we keep the finished alcohol. Don't go down to the basement."
You're lucky they're not halfling sized.
Step in, you go over to the stairs, and you start making your way up.
Yeah, I make my way upstairs.
Felix turns to you all and he says, "Apologies. When I was on that ridiculous quest with my cousin, I retrieved a small statuette that turned into a dog that could communicate. I used it as a guard dog. But it does not quite seem to understand the full grasp of the language."
It sounds wondrous.
It's quite a wondrous item, not a wondrous dog.
Seems effective as an alarm.
Yeah, but I can actually cast alarm. I don't need the dog.
We've been pretty good with animals. We can probably take them off your hands if you're so inclined.
Yeah, we could totally have some
Lysander
animal
3?
friends. No, Lysander 3.
Hey, I may have my problems with my dog, but he's my dog.
I'll just offer.
Eldritch Blast.
Yes, bum.
Lysander, Bisander, Trisander.
Quad Sander.
Oh, nice.
If you didn't already have an inspiration, I might have given it to you. At this point, you notice a figure climbing the stairs, definitely taller than a halfling.
Would you like to
Okay.
describe yourself? We'll go around the table, starting with Michael, and then we'll go through you guys.
7'7", about 300 pounds.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah, basically.
Are you actually Shaquille O'Neal, or what race are you?
Shaq Fu.
Oh my god, no. No. He's a Goliath.
Oh, okay.
So gray skin, black tribal tattoos, not a hair on him.
Well, actually, tattoos, no, they're actually ritualistic scarring
Oh,
from head to toe. He's scarification, yeah. He's got what looks like used to be a shirt, long sleeve shirt with the shirt sleeves are tore off. So kind of like a vest. It's got wooden bone toggles, and it's got different sewing patterns on it. It gets a little dirty. You can see the scarring underneath. He's got trousers on that kind of stop like at bottom half of his leg. They're billowy, and he is carrying a greatsword in his hand. It's definitely dwarven made with dwarven runes on the blade.
Great sword.
Greatsword, yep. He's got some javelins and some rather really busted up looking mace on his hip as well, and the normal backpack and all that.
all right. Bruce, do you want to describe yourself?
I'm trying to remember what I look like. Anyway, yeah. So I'm a human.
Swear I have a
Feel
description.
free to add. I'll go for it. Feel free to add anything if I forget it. So I'm a human, wearing hides and leather, sort of hide armor. I think I'm clean shaven these days. Maybe a little scruffy now that we're. I guess we just teleport here. I'm clean shaven. I have a shield with a druidic focus on it. I have a totem.
Black hair, kind of tight eyes, kind of like he's used to squinting in the sun or something like that. Plenty of kind of like sun tan. Spends a lot of time outdoors, from what you can tell.
Yes, and I kind of on the smaller side.
Okay.
Like
Yeah,
5'6", 5'7", 130, something.
Down about my height,
Yeah, kind of scrawny.
comparatively.
Yeah.
I also forgot he's got a rather large claw that hangs on his chest on a rope. And the claw itself has carvings moved into it as well.
You said it was a Goliath?
Yeah.
Okay. Go make sure. I missed that. So my Hoss is a Warforged. Probably the only one you've seen.
Definitely the only one.
Yeah.
You may have seen Automata somewhere. No?
You haven't seen Atomic.
Okay.
No, I haven't seen that.
But he's Warforged. He's wearing traveling clothes. He's dressed like people, right? He's wearing traveling clothes with scale mail over it. He's carrying something that looks like a crossbow, but longer, and no bow. And no bow on it. And he has luminous blue expressive eyes. Like there's no face except for the eyes.
Okay.
And
He's looking at you.
And
Kind of used to that.
blinking?
I'm just curious. Like there's like someone else, another person,
Who's tall and stark? Yes. So,
probably lives here.
so Lysander is about a 5'9" wood elf, actually kind of tall for wood elves, all things considered. Has a kind of shock of short red hair, and his eyes look like they are a flowing river, just blue, glowing, and just sort of warbling as he looks at you over. You don't see any pupils, but you can kind of tell he's looking. He carries with him a bunch of weapons, which don't seem to have been used in a while. Actually, they appear to have been strapped in place.
Did you get your rapier back, or does
No, Jarlaxle still has my short sword.
It's would be funny if you tried to draw it and it just doesn't come out.
You also see out of his
It's like glued in.
underneath his.
So then it would be some back and forth motion trying to draw it then.
Wow.
Continue.
I had one of those days.
I didn't set it up. It's just
You also notice under his
it's just dirty when I got here.
under his runed cloak, looks like a cloak of
There you go.
protection. You can see that there is what looks to be a notebook kind of inserted in his lapel, which he seems to be keeping very close to him.
Well, Jasmal is a human from Rigel, which is across the sea from the main continent, and it's kind of like an Arabic land, so she's got kind of Arabic shaded skin, dark hair, Probably has her loot out by this point and is just hanging out.
Okay.
Are you wearing armor? Or are you...
Yeah, just like leather armor and
So
basic
fashionable.
adventurers clothes.
So dark
Nothing-
brown, black hair, dark tan skin, sort of almond-shaped eyes.
That seems important.
And you have a weapon?
Jasmine, did you have you shifted through your supplies when you were pulling your loot out?
Have I shifted through
Like,
them?
did you look through them? No. Okay.
Not closely.
All right. There's one other character in the room besides the two leprechauns who look exactly like each other. There is also a very, very dark-skinned elf with completely bald and red pupiled eyes, currently wearing the modern-day equivalent of booty shorts and a very floppy hat.
Those didn't get burned off?
The shirt.
The shirt got burned off.
But somehow the pants survived.
Yeah.
Well,
he's
most of
very
his,
nimble.
Yeah,
God.
like all things considered, only this much of him are pants. Everything else is not pants.
There's already very little left to the
A bar graph
imagination.
with
Which
pants to
he
not
currently
pants.
has a
Okay.
short
Pants?
sword kind of stuck into the side of it, kind of sheath. You are not quite familiar with this kind of elf. You've never seen his kind before.
Okay.
Does anybody want to say something?
Oh yeah, can I have my sword back?
Hoss looks at you, and
Why
it-
does he have
it
a hat
looks
on
at,
he doesn't have a
what's the
hat
guy's
on
name?
anymore?
Dr.
He has his
Alexis.
hat.
No,
He took his hat.
No,
wait,
the
oh,
Felix.
Felix. Yeah.
Like looks at you, looks at Felix, and then back at you, and looks at Felix like and is giving Felix a look like introduce us.
Hi, I'm Bruce of the Bannock.
Felix says, "Who the fuck are you? You want to? You want
The other one's still downstairs,
No,
right?
the other one followed you up.
Oh,
You want a drink?"
this one said ale?
Felix points at the ale. Get a drink.
Oh yeah, it's magical, believe me.
Keenoff.
Oh,
Kino.
Or Keonoff.
Kino.
Kino.
Good to meet you.
Hey,
Lysander, at your service.
Jasmal.
I love how everyone said their names in their description.
Right? I am Hoss Tinker,
Metal man.
largely.
Medium man.
At this point, Felix kind of notices.
It took you that long?
Hoss rolls up his sleeves. Is this?
He walks over, grabs your hand as you're waving.
Yeah,
Just starts messing with you.
I'm being gracious to our host. What was your character's
Supposed
name?
to ask before you touch his
Keonoff.
gears.
Keonoff. Keonoth.
So what brings you here, Keonoff?
Lots of noise in the tower.
Yeah, we tend to do that.
Well, apparently, our host was
Screaming
was
and
being attacked by elementals. We just arrived ourselves.
Echoes across the valley.
Seems to be
So
magic
you
fields.
live around here, close by?
I got it. Hold on.
That's what for this.
Drake Crags. Distance.
Sizable.
Yeah. Long travel.
What brings you around here? Besides the noise.
Looking for my sister.
Oh.
What happened to your sister?
Kidnapped.
By who?
We'll have to keep an eye out for.
Pause for a moment.
Does it say that out loud? Because that would be fun.
He pauses. He's like, he taps his chin. Dragon Earth?
Oh!
Yeah, that's
It looks like
That
we're
actually
heading-
happens to be where we're headed.
I'm hunting slavers.
Our friend was taken by slavers.
You said that a little cheerfully.
We happen to know a halfling who's probably horribly dead right now, and
We
or
have so much in common.
see, we're friends. We were friendly. We got a rapport.
We appear to have common destination. We're also looking to head that way, and we actually have a guide.
Alex was kind of having his hat kind of pulled down a bit.
Stop trying to look cool.
This is our associate Joe Laxon.
He's not trying to look cool.
He's our guide.
Good. 'Cause
He kind of just gives a wave with his hat.
Do you know how to get there, Keanoff?
I think we know a way.
Well, sort of.
have you ever been in the forest before?
Friend was supposed to guide, but he had to leave.
Oh.
Well, since we're going to the same place, would you care to travel with us?
Seems like the forest dangerous. Probably better to go together than alone.
He grabs the claw around his neck and thinks for a second.
We're an eclectic group.
Got the robot Goliath now. Got the elf that does nothing.
Two different,
The anime elf.
two flavors of
The
elf,
anime
two
elf.
flavors of
Yeah,
human.
great.
Jarlaxle puts a hand to his chest, and you notice he has a gem that glows. As he touches it, the light dims. And I want you to out there for a second.
Okay.
Alright, I have to run to
You
the
don't speak
bathroom,
Elvish,
so-
right?
I do not speak Elvish.
Cool.
You speak Elvish. I remember this.
Yes, I do.
Do you fluently speak other languages? The character's just very soft spoken.
Did you tell Morty that Jarlaxle's lips didn't match up to his words?
He hasn't said anything to him yet, so that doesn't matter yet.
He hasn't witnessed it.
He has not witnessed it. Come on. So, in Elvish, Jarlaxle asks, "Are you sure we should trust this guy? I mean, he just came in out of nowhere."
Not entirely.
He walked through the front door.
Yeah. He's like twice as tall as any of us.
Oh yeah, I could take him.
Uh-huh. He kind of turns to you a little plaintively. But,
Well, I assume we'll have a little time to talk to him before we leave, and we can feel him out. But no harm, I think. Well, I guess no harm in at least intimating that we're headed to the same place, or saying outright.
As you already have.
If we feel that something's not on the up and up, we can take care of it.
And the story seems to line up with the information we know about your organization.
Well, we don't know much. That's not his organization.
Well, Brigand technically, yeah.
Brigand Earth is a place.
out of character, no, Brigandarth is his organization.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh.
And you guys happen to be slavers, are you not?
Well,
Do you call them involuntary servants?
No, we call them slaves.
Okay.
We just don't take very many of them. Why don't we just keep that on the down low? We don't
My point is
need
that
him coming after me right now.
My point is that his story lines up with what we know about your organization, so obviously he knows about Brigand Earth. So he's not lying about an organization to get us to trust him.
You say you don't often take slaves. Would a unusual Goliath be worthy of slaving,
I mean,
if apprehended?
they are pretty strong. You see the muscles on that guy?
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah. All right.
I'm assuming that Haas has seen Goliath before.
Whistle and elbow.
You would be
Or at least,
mistaken.
or at least knows of them. No?
You can be vaguely familiar with them because they're giant kin, but no, you've never seen one. They live far in the mountains, away from civilization. Okay. Very barbarian-esque. So, having asked you to keep his organization and him not directly connected with this guy, and to just not give him too much trust, he takes his hand off his bracelet. Okay, hey, good timing. We're done. We just finished.
So we should let them know that too, to not mention.
Ixnay on the Alpha.
We'll see how you communicate that subtly.
Is Pig Latin a language we need to learn?
No,
It's not subtle.
you may only have one pretzel.
Thank you, sir. Just for that, I'm taking 2.
Contrary.
I'm going to use the necessary.
So you look like a druid?
So
Yeah, I mean, I'm certainly not wearing any metal armor. I have things that look like the Druidic Focus, which is like you or mistletoe on my shield. The shield is wooden.
So,
I have looks like a Native American sort of totem.
right behind you. I think
Oh, if you need to charge, by the way, my
Is
computer.
there
can,
something I can unplug or?
one of them's the fireplace, one of them's
I mean, I guess it
Noah's
could be a nature
computer.
I was
cleric.
gonna say my
technically,
computer
or-
outputs a decent
sorcerer
amount of power.
So, Keenoff,
Okay, maybe I'll
you notice as Jarlax will put his hand to his
As long
chest,
as it's in the
Uh,
diagram.
I think I can.
everyone, him and Lysander and Hoss both started speaking in a language you don't understand.
You hear him whistle in Elvish at one point.
How do you feel about being cut out of a conversation like that?
Objection, leading the witness. No, wait. No. Just a good general question.
I mean, he's kind of used to it.
Okay. After a minute or so, Jarlaxle kind of gives a nod, takes his hand away from his chest, and the gem begins glowing again.
My apologies. We were conferring in Elvish. Our guide was concerned. You are some kind of giant kin? You're obviously not human.
Or elf.
Goliath. Come from the north, in the Drake Crags. Skulton clan.
The Great Crags are actually to the west. Or sorry, no, the east.
East.
It is very nice to meet you.
And do I know that they did Goliath are giantkin or are half giants? Or?
Oh yeah, you definitely know that.
Yeah.
Remember, one of the three tribes.
Yeah. Goliath are giantkin. You're right.
Because we like established with Michael that Hoss knows kind of Goliaths, but like I figured like since I don't know directly, I would think giant,
Yeah.
I
half giant.
turn to
Felix?
Felix, and I will speak to him in my other common. And I will say, "You trust?"
Just met them.
But you feed them.
He says, halfling hospitality. They offer food, drink, and a warm place to anyone who knocks on your door.
Shall we exchange stories to learn more about each other?
Felix says, well, I was born on a rocky moor 5,000 years ago.
Flash forward to the evening when he finally finishes the story.
I'm going to
sorry,
reach for
that's
some of
fine,
the weird ale.
That's fine. We're
Weird
Weird beer.
Weird Al
some of us are beaten up and tired.
So do you speak?
Oh no.
Yes.
Can't unthink it.
On YouTube Red, they listed him as Alfred Matthew Yankovic. Is what they suggested.
Wow.
Somebody here speaks halfling, right?
I mean,
Not me.
if you mean I drink, then yes.
I mean dwarf.
if
That's
you
close.
mean actually speaking the language halfling,
They converse in a language you don't understand, and in a dialect you've never really heard before.
Oh yeah, by the way, while everyone's kind of just eating, drinking, and chatting, I'm going to go ahead and start casting my Comprehend Languages ritual because this is getting ridiculous with us switching languages every 2 seconds.
Comprehend languages allows you to understand anybody,
Oh yeah.
but it does not allow you to communicate. Okay. So does somebody want to share a story? Jarlaxle's got his feet propped up, he's got his hat down, kind of thinking.
Well, let's see.
Tell about the time we saved this.
We are. He is allied with the Archmage. The Archmage didn't give us any cautions about him, right? Okay. So.
Like, he said he was an eccentric fellow who was studying planar riffs on the other side of the world.
Okay. So, Hoss will start expounding about his studies in runic arts and stuff, and then leads into recent history of the city.
Alagon?
Alagon.
City of Oxford.
Alagon, a powerful one of Alagon's city leaders is having a problem with mind flayers. You know what? No, actually, no. He's going to.
Mind flayers? Not
Yeah,
illithid?
no, he said mind flayers.
Okay.
But I was saying like, well, does he go right into? No. Hoss goes right into mind flayers, and we're acting as her agents heading to
The world below.
Heading to a world below.
Manthal Dareth.
Manthal Dareth. Heading to Manthal Dareth, the world below, which is also where our friend has, in theory, been enslaved because he was caught in a teleportation back to there, and that's where we're headed. And we employed a guide, and like he kind of expounds on that, and he will keep going until you guys like kind of try to wind him down.
Yeah. Well, this is news.
So that
to
kind of
both
summarizes
Felix.
us. How about
At
you?
one point, he.
This is news to Felix and Keanoff. So
Yeah,
At one
well,
point-
that's what I'm saying. Like,
At one point, Keo just kind of, as you're talking, just goes over and grabs whatever ale there is.
roll
And-
a percentile dice.
And he seems to be quite particular about it. Like, he completely shuns the whiskey. Like, he knows what he's looking at, but he's comparing the ale oddly.
They smell very similar, but each one has a slightly different hint. One's a little bit of clove, one's a little bit of hop, one's a little bit of like a licorice kind of stuff.
He would go to the clove.
All right.
and none
in that
of
case,
the,
you don't need to roll.
and none of the others have ale.
So you pick up a barrel. You gonna take a drink?
Yeah. And it's a big swig.
Good.
Big swig for a big man.
As you drink this ale, you stop and you set the cask down as you feel your right hand go completely numb.
And he then would drop his sword because he's.
Assuming you had your sword in your hand.
Yeah.
You just always have.
How do you sheath a great sword?
You can look it back.
Usually the sheath would have a cut on a substantial portion
Oh,
of the
so
side.
yeah, I guess he would have it sheathed.
More like
Then.
a loop then.
So you kind of set the barrel down as your right hand goes completely numb.
Something wrong.
Felix is kind of propped up, his feet by the fire, smoking a pipe.
We've all been there. You'll be okay soon, I think.
He puts playful magic into the ales.
Hoss is somewhat useless at the moment. He would chime in and say like it will be fine, but he's too busy.
By the way, Crumb, if Felix isn't studying you, Crumb is studying you. They are just trying to tear you apart without physically doing so.
Next thing you know, you're
Taking
not,
measurements,
you can't-
got measuring
your legs are
tape.
gone. They're over there.
Opening up little panels, like taking a quick peek before closing them up before you notice.
Do you think you have enough hard points to like stick a missile launcher on there?
No.
Gizmo, could you roll me a percentile?
Hoss
dice?
does resist.
Or,
Hoss
perception.
is fine with like being looked at, but he does resist being touched.
Oh god.
Aside from like offering like his hand to, so he looks solid.
Okay. As you're sitting there, you kind of feel like something's missing in your gear.
Something's missing. Okay.
Can I see your sheet for a second?
Yes.
I believe I wrote it down on here. There it is.
Okay, Desmond.
Cute.
What?
Everything okay, Desmond?
It's not like a weird feeling, but it's. Where did you?
Keo would definitely walk away from the ale and kind of
Oh,
steer clear of that
okay.
side of the room right now.
Or try the others. There's the one that makes you take your clothes
Oh,
off.
Crom, right? Keo, right? I must have no. When he
don't
said
know which
Crom,
one, to be
when he said Crom, I was thinking your character's name, not
Oh,
the same
no.
Vikram. Right?
Crumb is also Conan's god. Conan the Barbarian.
I'm sure that was your inspiration, not the pun.
It worked both ways, so I kept it for both reasons. It sounded vaguely like a name, and it was.
So, does somebody else want to share a story? Darlaxel shows no interest in talking. At this point, he asks Felix for a pipe and kind of sits with the halfling.
Did you know that we are called the Shield of Orlane? Never heard of us. Wow, we still haven't spread here. Okay. So, here's why you should be excited about the Shield of Orlane. And Lysander begins relaying the tale of how we saved a town from bandits and then made friends with the bandits and stopped a dread necromancer who was going to take over the world, maybe, I guess, with skeletons. And there was this ranger who's kind of a horrible person, but now she's a drunk, so it's fine.
We also maybe stopped Orcus from coming back. Maybe.
Oh yeah, maybe
Depends who you ask.
we may or may not have stopped a aspect of Orcus from coming back into the world. And
What's Orcus?
oh wow, you are really godless.
Demon god of the undead, something like that.
That
Gotta
was
be.
blood
No,
play.
that's-
Demon barber.
Orcus isn't.
I
Demon
serve.
Lord.
Is a demon lord of sorts.
I serve bear.
You serve what?
Bear.
Spell that?
E-E-A-R. He spells it, but he spells it very slowly.
He's counting on his finger.
Is there a particular bear? Oh,
The spirit.
the
He
spirit.
fills me with power when
Bear
I
spirits.
fight.
He worships bear spirits.
You ever think about looking into bears?
Wolves have done good by me.
They're strong.
I'm not down their strength.
They are.
What's bear about? What does bear feel? What is bear's goal?
He wants our tribe.
If bear was a tree,
Bear wants our lands protected. Our tribe strong. We slaughter dwarves.
Oh.
Any particular kind?
What do they call
Dorgar.
No.
Oh, just horse.
It mentions a clan name. You have no familiarity with the clan name. I'll see if I wrote it down in my notes.
Right.
them? He unsheaths his sword and shows it to you. Probably this belonged to my father. And then I stole it.
So,
Okay.
can you tell us?
Calazar.
Oh, well.
Calazad.
Haas kind of like looks at Felix Galzad.
It's a dwarven kingdom over in the Great Crag Mountains. Pretty much the other side of the continent. If you look at your map there, the Ash Mountains, they're one side. No, the Ash Mountains. They're one side. Great Craig's all the way on the other side.
Okay.
Very far away. And, a little bit too religious for my type, but, they make good steel.
Okay.
They try to take our land.
They come over here.
Seems
and
reasonable.
Take a lot.
To resist them.
We killed them
Good.
a lot.
So you've seen a lot of
At this
battle.
point, you can see his cloak has a dwarven symbol on it. Did you mention your red dwarven cloak? Okay.
It's there, but
Oh, he has a red dwarven cloak.
You did mention runes on your weapons.
Yeah, dwarven greatsword with runes on it.
What does
Is the dwarven greatsword still a greatsword to a Goliath?
I was going to say, is that like more of a like
Yes,
an
because
Einheiser or-
Goliaths are still technically medium. They're just big. Oh, did you put you down already?
no, I don't know where I am.
You're here.
You
We're not on the...
misplaced him again.
What?
You just had him out.
You think you couldn't lose a giant kid? You think
There we go.
So tell us what brings you here. What happened to your sister?
I don't have an actual cloak.
Led party out to stop dwarves. Came back, sister gone. And he does his way he talks. He's actually talking like that. He goes from speaking regular common to broken. Like it's really weird.
Okay.
Was she?
I have a -1 intelligence and a -1 wisdom.
Was she home alone? Was anyone else attacked?
With father.
With your father.
Tribe village attacked. Father refused to fight.
Is that why you have a sword?
He raged on the battlefield. Bear was inside of him. Stayed alive after almost death, and then stopped fighting after that. He's a coward.
How do you know it was Brigadirth? How do you know it was Brigadirth that took your sister?
I met a human fighter named Marcus. Him and I tracked down those that took my sister. Well, they sold them to.
So the Brigadirth didn't attack your village. The people who attacked your village sold your sister to IC.
Dwarves did.
I'd like to make an insight check.
On him? Yep. Go ahead and make an insight check. Go ahead and roll a d20 and add your persuasion or deception bonus. I think for you they're the same.
I mean, this is fairly important, so I'm going to spend my inspiration.
16. Okay. -1.
Uh, 18.
Were you rolling?
I did, but I got an 18 too. Yeah.
Okay. Well, since you both rolled higher than him, as far as you can tell, he's telling the truth from his point of view.
So far he seems on the up and up.
Yeah, he hasn't really spoken a falsehood.
Okay. Just I'm trying to make Hoss and Edith.
Keith is the other game.
Keith is a different thing, yeah.
I need to change how these letters look.
Was anyone else from your tribe taken and sent to the same place? Is there no one else who's willing to go with you on the journey to get them back?
Father is a shaman. He speaks for bear.
At this point, Jarlaxle puts his hat down beside him, kind of rubs his bald head, and as he starts talking, you notice his lips are moving, but the words coming out of his mouth don't line up with his lip movements. And he's communicating in the same language that you are. And he says, "Are you sure you want to mess with Brigandareth? The way I heard it, they're a very dangerous sort."
Bear, protect me. I get sister back.
And that's what you care about, your sister. Good. Honorable.
Well,
Family is very important.
maybe if you help us find a friend, we might be able to help you find your sister. If we're going to the same place.
Sounds like we're all going to the same place.
Stronger together?
Yes.
Brigandareth's headquarters, Mental Dareth.
What are you?
He kind of points at Felix. You sure? You don't want to ask about him?
Ugly elf.
I like this guy.
Jarlaxle actually does throw his hat at you. And he says, I'm what you'd call a dark elf. I'm from the plane where Brigandareth makes its home.
Is your character racist? Black isn't beautiful? Is that?
It's not black, it's more charcoal.
Yeah.
I was always imagining more of like a inky. Like, kind of like that when you see it.
Like kind of a bluey.
Yeah, a little bit of blue in there.
Okay,
It's
so
like one of those big vials.
That's why
of
my
ink.
we're talking
charcoal
more-
has that like tint.
we're talking more World of Warcraft Dark Elf kind of look, but not quite.
No, not that bluish. He's still mostly here. Let me get some color.
Think
got it.
anthracite.
I don't know that.
That's blue coal.
Oh, interesting. I was thinking more like if he was in a dark room, we'd just see his beady eyes.
Blink, blink. It's good for animators. When
This is what a drow would look like if they had a full head of hair.
Oh, can we see?
Okay.
It suddenly feels so much easier to animate.
Oh, Drizzt.
Nice.
I have all of his books up until the Neverwinter trilogy.
I've only got like 4
I have
or
the
5
audiobook
books.
that was narrated by Ice Cube.
I got his
Ice
swords.
Cube?
Really?
Ice Cube narrated
What?
He's a D&D fan.
That's amazing.
Sorry, no, Ice
Tea?
Tea.
I'm pretty sure Ice Cube is too
Ice Tea's
square
cooler.
to go.
Yeah.
I still want to read that. I still want to hear that.
Yeah, maybe I can share. If you get Audible, I can let you borrow it.
If you want to borrow my books, you will loan me. What is it?
It's worth it just to hear him say
Name of the
Menzo
King.
Berenzen in the beginning of the.
Yeah, I think I've got the first 5.
Yeah, I'll show you afterwards. Where were we?
He was calling you ugly.
Yeah. And
We all laughed.
he threw his hat at you.
No real response to
You
that.
sure you want to
'cause
lose more clothes?
You kind of threw it more at his chest.
I look fabulous, darling.
Please be careful with my hat.
I mean, if I break your hat, you can have mine.
Okay, but I like my hat. I mean, you have a lovely hat too, but
I do. Yeah, he says he's a dark elf from the same plane where you guys are going. And he says, I know a lot about Brigandareth. They are very dangerous.
You don't look dangerous.
I didn't say I was dangerous. As he kind of touches his bare chest. I said they are dangerous.
He's actually pretty dangerous.
When he's wearing clothes, maybe.
I'm wearing clothes.
You're wearing your small clothes.
Is it during the sun? Are we during the sunlight hours right now?
how long are we talking? Probably.
You've been talking a
Probably
while, and it's still sunlight, but it's like dinner time sunlight.
Not, but it's dark enough in here; it doesn't bother him particularly.
No. Okay. He's had the hat to kind of ward it off, and he hasn't had to do anything particularly strenuous right now.
So Hoss turns to Felix. It was our intention to set out as soon as we could.
There's the door.
Well,
Thanks.
Have you seen us?
we wondered if we could prevail upon you for staying overnight, and any suggestions you could give us as to how the best way to get to this camp, which is our passage.
Stay in here. You get 1 night for knocking on the door. Though I suppose technically you didn't, but I'm feeling generous. So yes, you can spend the night.
I knocked on the door.
Yes, you are definitely allowed a night.
I walk up to the door and go knock, knock, knock.
Nobody appreciates a smart ass. Human.
I know that.
As for how to get from point A to point B, I would not suggest walking, but I don't think any of you have any better options. So, walk quickly. If I were you, I might walk through the night. Don't stick around. Don't attract too much attention.
How many? If we walk day and night, how long do you think it takes to get from one side to the other?
It's on the nose.
Okay.
I think it says 9 days through.
9 days to cross the forest.
Okay, but that's not
Some of
walking
us
through the
need
night,
to
right?
sleep.
That is walking 8 hours a day.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
stopping for 8 hours, going to bed,
fine.
waking up, walking the next day.
Rest for 4 hours.
You guys gonna piggyback us?
So if we
like,
walked,
the whole
yeah.
way?
So if we walked like
My strength score? Hell no.
2 walking shifts and then like a forced sleep, we could go faster.
Yeah. You don't happen to have a magic carpet or something you could loan us, do you?
There are, just out of character, there are dynamics for staying up all night, and they're not too punishing for the first night. It gets worse the second,
Starts
and third.
expanding.
Yeah, exhaustion.
Yeah, if you make Constitution checks to not get exhaustion, but the difficulty keeps going up.
I don't know if any of us rock
That
to
that
do
might
for
be
a long time.
Xanathar's, but in this one, if you stay up during the night, exhaustion. It's not a save kind of thing.
Oh, Xanathar's is different. I mean, you know,
There's a reason.
Xanathar's is a DC 10 Constitution save the first night.
I've been up all night. It's not.
It's
Not something you can fight off. He says, "I may have a carpet of land, but I'm not really willing to lend it to you."
Wait, I was joking. You actually have one.
Yes,
Oh,
I'm not.
They exist.
I'm not an inexperienced guy. I have a talking dog. I can stop time. I made a duplicate of myself.
He took care of 2 of the elementals that we barely
Yeah.
could deal with one of them.
That wasn't me. That was my simulacrum.
I thought it was just
Still.
your brother.
What about your brother?
Yours.
Who?
Him.
No, he's made of snow. He snaps his fingers.
That was a conscious being. What is wrong? You blinked a being out of existence.
He'll be fine. I'll rebuild him tomorrow.
What?
What?
I'll rebuild him tomorrow.
Everything's fine.
It's magic. Magic
was-
always does
Okay.
fucked up things.
He
That's
was
how it
mostly
works.
dead anyways. He'd used all his spells. He had no real vitality left to him. I needed to make another one anyway.
Oh,
You didn't at least have him, like, write some notes for you about what he's learned during his time in life?
He pulls out pages, all of it written about Hoss. Right here.
Oh, actually.
Those didn't turn to snow.
Oh, I handed him paper and he wrote on it. And then I took the paper.
It was a magical construct.
Yeah, see? Just like you. He points
That
at
offers
Hoss.
many questions, actually, about the nature of consciousness.
Are you made
Uh,
of?
Hoss does this.
Are you made of snow?
No.
I mean, you've seen him go unconscious. He hasn't turned to snow, so.
It must have been that old hat that they used to give him that made him dance around.
Relaxo was like,
Huh.
so.
That was interesting.
So yeah, Felix says, walk quickly, don't stay in the forest very long, don't attract attention. He says specifically, if you are attacked, it may be better to flee. If you kill the Mephits, their deaths will trigger more Mephits. If you kill enough Mephits, their deaths will trigger elementals. You kill the elementals, you start getting even more. Out of character, it's kind of like whenever they're talking about zombie. Like, you kill a zombie and it goes down, that is no problem. Then 2 zombies show up. You kill both of them, then 4 zombies show up, and then 8 zombies show up. It's like, eventually, your fighting attracts attention, and eventually they
Right.
overwhelm you.
The noise, commotion, and yeah.
So,
Only
mechanically,
silence.
if you get into a fight and you fight, then the likelihood of random encounters increases by 1.
This is one of the few times where we've been
XP.
we've been told.
Just farm the edge of the
Wait,
forest.
wait a
I mean,
minute.
you're
hold
probably
on.
going to get like 1,000 experience from destroying all those elementals and methods all at the same time.
You're on to something though. Hold on. So, in character, actually, wait, but we could find experience. No. Yes, then it makes sense that we
Well,
should move as quickly as
so
possible.
in character, if we had time, it would serve us to fight on the edge of the woods to kill some of these things to learn their ways, which is the real. That's what experience is.
Yes.
We don't have time.
Also, where you're going, elementals aren't exactly what you're going to be fighting. It's like learning all about the human body before you go to law school.
So what you're saying is that when you go to grad school, your XP resets.
There's a lot of
Your
Latin in
prestige.
both, so
Is that why I forgot everything when I finished college?
Yes.
No, just temporary.
So Felix kind of scratches at his mutton chops and he says, I can't think of anything else you'll be wanting. The Ash Mountains, on the other side of the Ash Mountains. By the way, there's a lot of undead over there.
And so I know there are hobgoblins where we're going. Are they just common over there, or is this a particular group?
I suppose it'd be a particular group. The problem is, the other side of the Ash Mountains used to be a human barony. Actually, the capital of a human kingdom that used to dominate this area. And then they blew up 15 years ago. All down. All the vegetation turned to ash. But the humans didn't stay. And the plants didn't stay. So, he basically describes Mordor with zombies and ghouls.
Okay. And hobgoblins.
And then he mentions that some of the more chaotic races, some of the things that don't want to be found, will make camps on the edges of that wilderness because it's hard to get to them and it's very defensible if they can survive the zombie plagues.
Yeah. And if you have an army and there's a castle with nothing in it, fill it with an army.
That's very logical. Anything else you need to be asking about?
I noticed you had a lot of potions, many of which have been smashed. Do you have anything that might help us with our exhaustion issues as we move through that you might be willing to part with?
Well, if you pay me back for all the broken shite you broke, maybe.
We didn't break it.
Elementals.
We were helping.
The elementals wouldn't have gone in there if you hadn't been in there. They would have gone up to where I was. They would have fought me.
I mean, we yelled for your help repeatedly.
Could Crumb drive
Fair,
us?
but as your guests, I think it's hardly fair to count that against us.
I'm not counting it against your hospitality, but if you want something from me, you gotta give me something in return.
Oh, certainly.
So pay up.
Us, now we're
Well, what do you have that is worth paying for?
Could Crumb drive us in the flying carpet and drop us off, and then?
Unfortunately, there's too many of you, and that big guy, he takes up way too much space.
Yeah.
Could
You could maybe get 4 of you. Well, 3 of you plus Crumb.
Okay,
You count for 2.
I gotta go, guys.
Oh, is it 9 o'clock?
Right.
Exactly?
It is 9. Well, it's 8:59.
Okay.
Yep.
Is there something right around the corner from?
There is something you were right around the corner from,
Oh.
but if you gotta go,
I
then
can
I'll
do.
save it.
I can do literally 5 minutes. I can't do 10 minutes.
Okay. So we'll put a kibosh on the negotiations. We can pick up the negotiations retroactively next session.
Okay.
You all go to bed. You have a very peaceful night's rest under the watchful eye of Crumb.
Yeah.
Some methods attacked, but Crumb was able to drive them off easily enough with a nice blast of burning hands, level 6.
I think you mean new Crumb.
Felix.
I remember
No, Crumb.
Well, did he make? He made a new problem. Yeah. He
Oh, yeah.
did.
Oh yeah, he did destroy that Crumb.
Yes.
Yeah, he makes a new Crumb.
New Crumb, old Crumb.
Cool. Welcome. I'm glad to have you here, Michael.
Thank you.
Yeah. Welcome, Michael.
It's nice
New
to have
player.
another game to play.
I'm intuiting
You
that
want
you
to
are
play a
a
game.
Enjoy the fireworks.
Thank you.
Where are you going to fireworks at?
I am Groton.
Oh,
Come
man.
with us.
They have a display
Oh.
at 9:45 or so. 9:30, 9:45.
Yeah, somewhere in there. They usually do it whenever it's dark enough around that time.
We have some right behind our house.
9:45.
From our...
It's only 15 minutes away.
I think it's going to be more like 9:30 is what they listed.
Okay.
And also,
And I don't
you
wanna
want to take a chance.
Get a decent place.
Yeah. I'm assuming
park
I'm going to
and
have to
get a
walk
seat
in.
and- Yeah.
Yeah, I'm assuming I'm not knowing.
So, you guys will get your experience. Cool. It's a lot, I'm sure. I don't have to.
It's a good fight.
This is like 1,800 per elemental divided by 5. So,
It's roughly 1,000.
and then the methods. So,
Methods. There's a method to your madness.
At the very least, you got one.
It was because I was thinking that same thing.
At the very least, you got one good fight out of the Spire Forest because that is supposed to be a dangerous place.
It sounds dangerous. Have a good trip. Enjoy.
Yeah, I'm hoping to. We'll see. Still got to load up everything and everything going on.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping this won't take too long, but we'll see. So, you go to bed. Mm-hmm. Your dream is haunted by the same old dream. Fighting, conflict, battle, new gods and old crashing. You're still a little confused with the lines kind of shifting between the two. Sometimes a new god's agent is killing an old god that you were trying to fight against. I have that backwards. Sometimes a new god is helping you kill a different new god. As in, like...
Yeah, so it's not so clearly old versus new.
Helm is defending against Torm, is the classic example. And Torm was the lightning god that the Elder served.
Yes, okay.
However, midway through the dream, as you turn, you face down a Helm soldier. The Helm soldier raises a hand towards you, and you are no longer in the battle. You find yourself standing in about a 20-circle sand pit, kind of like a sparring arena in civilized lands.
Yep.
On the edge of the sand pit, torches that illuminate you, and a huge stone throne. Seated upon is a giant metal-clad soldier.
Okay.
Comparatively, he stands 4 times your height. Seated right now, he's not as bad, but he's still pretty tremendous, and he has a great sword embedded in the dirt right next to you.
Okay.
Or not right next to you, right next to him. And he says, Bruce, and he has a very, very deep, echoey voice that kind of reverberates, of the Bannock clan. You stand here accused of dereliction of your duty. How do you plead?
I'd have to know the charges against me. What duty to derelict?
You swore an oath to favor one of our agents. You were called upon to serve that favor, and you did not.
No, out of character. So that was
out of character.
Was that to help in the swamp?
Yes. They healed your alignment change, and then asked for a favor later. The favor was to go check on their soldiers in the swamp. You did not.
Yep. Okay. Fair enough. What would Bruce say?
Fuck you and your fucking...
I'll alter that a little bit, but that may be an interesting role-playing choice.
It is fairly obvious that this is Helm.
Yep.
Seated before you, the god.
I guess you actually got me dead to rights. Some other things, it's no excuse, but I was doing to defend my own people and doing to defend my own group, and that felt more important at that point. So,
you don't have a dice roller, do you?
I do actually.
Oh, there you go. Roll the dice. Roll a persuasion check.
Mm-hmm. Four.
Nice. So Helm looks down at you, and you can feel thousands of years of age and training staring down at you. Civilization incarnate, essentially. And he says, "So you plead guilty then?"
Guilty as charged.
He nods, and he pulls his sword out, and as he kind of swings it around in front of him, he starts getting up from the throne.
Okay.
Walks down to your level. As he's walking down, you notice him kind of shrink down so that when he gets there, still 6 foot something, he still towers over you.
He's a big guy.
But he's comparable in size. And he says, "Kneel."
What exactly happens then?
He takes the sword and he embeds it. He says, "This is your test. Kneel."
Okay, I kneel.
You kneel. He takes the sword.
I'm very wary. I'm ready to become a wolf if I think I'm being attacked, but...
Do you try and become a wolf?
No, but I'm sort of like getting ready, like, I hope this is the right thing to do.
He plants the sword on your shoulder, and then he plants it on the other shoulder, and then he takes it back. He sets the blade down. He holds his hand out, and he says,
You were honest, and you were courageous. Therefore, you will not be smited to death. He pulls, and you can feel your alignment shifting back to neutral. He says, as given, so taketh. And then he holds up a hand, and you can hear, kind of reverberating basically throughout all of space and time, essentially. He says, hear me, faithful. Bruce of the Bannock clan has a debt still to be paid. And then the voice dims down.
Okay.
And he looks down at you and he says, shh. I properly sheaths it, and he says, you were honest and courageous. Perhaps in the future, you will be dutiful.
Yeah, I still appreciate what you did for me. Don't get me wrong.
He looks down at you and he says, I hope we meet under better circumstances. And he kind of grabs you by the arm, and as he lifts you up, you are thrown back into the battle. As you're kind of thrown back into the battle, the helm soldier just drops his hand and turns and goes, fight something else.
That's very cool.
I certainly hope so.
Yes,
All right.
Okay, thanks very much.
Take care.
Oh, yes. Thank you.